morning, lovely viewers, and a warm welcome to a special production by Fire Service TV. That is the 2024 year in review. As we close the chapter on 2024, we want to take this opportunity to reflect on the key milestones, the challenges we faced, and also the strides Ghana National Fire Service has been able to make in the year 2024. And as part of today's show, also we'll highlight the resilience and dedication of our gallant firefighters who have worked very hard to safeguard lives and properties. I am ADO1 Derek Elom Ajukba, and I'll be co-hosting this program with my colleague and brother
ADO1 Zeke Kojo Puku. Abusuafo sene minia no edi kan na okan to kasa mu no ene na be ne te se ayifo aduane bie no ye kone aba na yese babifo so asa no na afinsem bebre na asie ye bebobunya abotre ye bebobo so maako ne amahu ebi ya rehosem bi asefem ebi a wote akase nyame enhye abusua ne den ne nyina yebenya abotre ne abom enti yema mu nyina mafihia pam amode mafidie no ede ato Fire Service TV wo Abe Fontaine time so be hu ye wo Ghana National Fire Service ye twegu e honom ko comment like ne share na wonua bi enso enya bi hwe enti ne no enkomo na yebedidia ne ahwe afi mu nyina ibu nkompon ehwe de ko so adwuma ya bo adwuma de ya bi pa na beresem no nso no yebema wafre na wa mo bi afihia pa na yebusa se aso yedwuma no kra hu ne sen eye Fire Service ya bo adwuma se ne sa akode kan wo se wa obi ambo mabaso am ya mebo me trumpet
exactly no na be ye show so
eti minia de be you know
say this year there a lot of incidents me in particular I've been involved in two of the major incidents here, and one was East Legon accident Westland collapse building me watch and duty. So that particular incident is very dear to me and very emotional to me also, because my boys are many more and that day no I'm very happy and everything. A few hours later now it is building collapse almost. And a second the Legon Commonwealth fire and so I was the officer in charge back then at Legon. So this particular incident, two incidents I was really involved. So this year has been ups and downs for we as a service, but we are really glad that aside everything and regardless of everything, we'll be able to work well and ensure that incident is here and cause serious damage.
All right. Eti ahwefo se ne minua be ma ne kan we ene ne ma bi ekeka ho na ne ye bebo ho nkomo atwetwe ho nkomo enyiwa fidie no emfamfiri ana o kan ba ko bi a me nso me ko bi eye Madina mo hwe ya Madina dwakese ne gya tomu afi mu ama na areho mu asefem wugina no bi hu se japade me ko e me so me nsakotwa wo honom na enye fidie agro ni sama bi amakose mi kudum gya na mani tini de medru Madina eye omo hospital Madina hospital na wona ye de me kopie mu a ye kohwe ye me nsa no ho adwuma e de ma me nti no se ne ya me kan ye obi kunu ye obi yire ye obi abusua obi papa obi maame ye free ye fia ye base ye ba be konkode abo adwuma o trenye ya wonko fie biu na akoye adwadwo we ene niema bi ekeka ho ne ya tena se a ye bedi ho nkomo adomu suko ahu se aso anamomben ana wosi yetu fia ye ba besim no ye adwuma no kra san ne sikoye te ho nkomo ana ye ba betwetwen ene etiminia ye nkogye aboafo nkrato ye ba se ne edi kan ye no ye ne ye PRO regional PRO so ne bedi nkomo na omo so bu nkompon ahwe afi ne mu de esiye na omo ama ye report nti ye ba ene program no ye fully packed we were feeding free one way and that say as a waton o color TV akoto black and white nti enyi we feeding free amanenda ha na ebire bi mu no ye be mo afre na won so de wo de e de aba ti ye da ye ho sima ye be ba sesi e
I came across power safety technology. So I introduced who they have testified how power safety technology when the need arises.
home.
Ago Ghana, Ago Omambapa. I am a proud and trained firefighter, trained to save lives and properties. At the end of this year, at the Memuni Metri Dowry, at the end of this year, I'm a better than it Memuni Town Free. Share, Ubieja Padian Siano, Ubieja Padian is at Demuno. And you could do no auto to Bobo me. You could do no, who did you matter me? Minya mention. Mother phone send one thing and see them before. Debbie, and your son yet to say me. I said, and say, a boy a japadia, and no one combine a dear future. She Yami, here flew chain, and no more. And no could draw, but the big geometry. A bra me dijuma, a diaja crown. Yes, when everybody's running away from the fire, I repeat, we face it. So stop harassing the firefighter whilst he performs his core duty. When you enemy, I'm assuming you know. Who hear doom judgment in no doom judgment in no so here. BBC, I won't tell you a yapping chichimu and fam rano and so some. Penny say, one some, one in nipa. God bless our homeland Ghana. God bless Ghana National Fire Service. God bless the chief officer. And God bless the firefighter. Fire, safety. Uja, where is it? The bravest, we don't take cover. The rest, away.
For yakoje enkrato no edi aba na sene medi kan tu manimu no ene program no ya hihye no bebre ye beyi ne mako di aba mo sene me kan no afi nsem bebre sim beka ya Ashanti region kra eja to baabi ema na kegitia na nya fedi agro kra sunwane kwantempo no so ka konhye bi si ema nipa firi mu ye de mokọ western region abi si mfimfini mantamu Toyota Vet bi ani 2M Express kuhye kunya that is afi no ye kọ region bi emu abu asem bi esi ya ne mu asefem na ye nche ho no ye bedi kan ye bekọ etifido mantamu ho no ye kọ Upper West etifido atoye emantem na yakọ ne ne ye PR akodi nkomo minua wan ne kobo nkomo.
Today's show, we'll be hearing from our PROs from the various regions who played a vital role in managing communications during major incidents. So we'll quickly go to the Upper West region where we have ADO1 Idris Imam on the line. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, please, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, by great, I'm doing good. How's your side?
We are doing well, sir. Absolutely. And Happy New Year in advance. And we pray that the coming year, there will be less fires in your region. But then before we get into today's discussion, what were the most notable incidents in your region, sir?
Well, we say glory be to God from my commander's acquisition of post, that's in the person of AK-40 as a copy who took over April 24th from predecessor AK-4 in Akeja. Well, it has been resulting as a concern to have a reduced fire outbreak in the region. But subsequently, as you can see, our statistics, we realize that we have a drastic reduction of fire incidents in the region. So we also embarked on some special activities like reviving all the appliances in the various districts and municipalities in the region. Currently, he's also embarking on another getting the regional headquarters so some. So basically, these are the major activities that we embarked on. The safety department will also have brought up another great initiative by going into the various communities to engage on the fire various institutions. Also identified some fire-prone areas that we have deployed officers to go there and then do proper education. The central business district, we've also engaged in them to actually tell them some do's and don'ts with regards to this Hamatan season. So basically, these are the major activities that we have embarked on as command as far as Upper West is concerned.
Great. But were there any specific challenges you faced this year?
As usual, our major challenge is, when you are speaking to civilians or indigenous, they feel that as and when we might please get them. But we also presume that, yes, it's a collective responsibility. They feel reluctant to adhere to some of the safety protocols that we give to them. But we've seen some drastic improvements as to most people responding with getting the emergency line. Also, some other people coming to us to really inquire how do we operate. Institutions, we've also been to deploy our services by getting our officers to come and give them some safety training. So, holistically, we've seen some improvement as to educating the general public.
Okay, sir. Now let's talk about the people you serve in your region. How have they responded to your efforts? Because if you've been following incidents in the Greater Accra region, you realize that this year we've had issues where the public have attacked GNFS personnel. So in your region, how has it been? Are they impressed with your work, or like as usual, they cast aspersions on you?
Yes, it's on a very good call. We have also identified various cases that from past incidents where they have attacked fire officers. One area is the magazine, that's Institute of Garages. We've been to them, we've educated them seriously. So for now, we have not experienced any kind of attack on fire officers. But as you know, the saying goes, people using this social media to bring some sort of criticism. It's just but one of the few that we have realized that some people, out of ignorance, they try to blame fire officers that we came late. But as education is ongoing, we believe and hope so that people will get the understanding and all these will drop. But typically, we've not experienced any kind of assault on fire officers.
All right, Edio, the program is basically Twi and English. Can you do Twi with us today? Are you good with the Twi?
No, please. I'm not.
All right, so let's talk about the Catch Them Young. Per the GNFS, okay. What we intend doing is we going to the various schools to do certain programs. So how far will the school Catch Them Young?
Oh, yes. Like I mentioned earlier, we've deployed officers from the various municipal and the regional headquarters to go into the various, especially the basic schools. We've heard about a number of international schools here, as well as the public schools that we deployed officers to go and engage them. We give them the safety base with regards to what gunshot fires. We realize that most of the time it's not bushfires, but due to the curiosity of our ward to practice what our parents are doing. So we engage them at the schools, going to them with these to demonstrate to them this is what we do and this can ignite what fire or can cause fire. Also demonstrated to them using matchsticks to various homes. It can get in contact with combustible materials, especially our homes. So we've done a human job by getting to the various basic schools to at least enlighten them on some of these things. as well as they ask so many questions, though at their level we try to understand them. So we actually had it at a very important note that what the GES at the municipal level has given us their support by notifying all the headmasters and mistresses of the various basic schools that we have. At any point in time, currently it's ongoing. So we are even getting our officers to go to 3 public schools with 2 private schools to engage them on matters.
All right. So let's watch last year and this year. Has there been any improvement with regards to your work? And major incident that has been happening with the incident, compare the incident of this year to last year.
Oh yes, like I was saying, last year from third quarter, we have realized that we have a reduction of fire incidents from 2023, where we have about 84 incidents. But 2024, this quarter, we recorded 61.
Wow.
Major improvement.
Yes.
Major improvement with that. So okay.
So can you mention any one major significant success in your region?
Yes. We have a hostel at Bamaho, that's where the debate University for Development Studies after 10 is situated, of about 24 rooms was involved with fire, of which we were able to contain this fire in only 8 weeks.
Okay. 8 rooms. Great.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So, sir, finally, before you are your priorities for your region as we go into 2025?
Safety is one thing we are looking for with the for 2025. That is what my boss has asked us to do with the safety department. We are forming a team, the safety, the rural fire, and the one municipal fire station. Myself being doubling as the acting municipal fire commander. Solid team to go into the various communities. We are engaging the assemblymen, the focal persons, to make bylaws to prevent these undesired fire. Currently, the trend at which the fire is going, we realize that it's mostly bush fire. So we are trying to get some bylaws for the various communities in collaboration with the assembly, that anybody that is caught in such an act, there will be some punitive measures that will be placed and used. So we are going to embark on this assembly. Arepo has giving us his full support to ensure that what 2025 we have an incident-free year, and at the same time we'll be free.
Thank you, sir, for making time to be part of today's show. Viewers, so that was ADO1 Idrisu Imran, the Public Relations Officer of the Upper West Region, highlighting some of the challenges, the successes, and some key milestones they've been able to achieve this year, 2024.
My main can be about the Upper West, no more RF for the Regional Fire Officer, ACA for Assistant Chief Officer Grade 2, Kofi Obusu. Man, we no ye Juma, no honum. Tama no ye diu no ano ye yi ni by Eastern Region or by Eastern Region or be ye 2 IC honum the Regional Fire Officer no be ye 2 IC tama no ye diu 1 no ye adwuma no nya promotion was akọ back e sekuntu hwan ya na chia na eko tie honum na de so no apa apa west do ni mo pa Kofi Obusu woni mo ye ACF ana esi wakwa so na ye Regional Fire Officer and na juma so de won fani agro na ni edin
say hi wherever you are, say happy new year in advance.
Sure. It's boy Juma one. So this is what we are looking at with the Upper West Region now. Do this time say na Juma, especially stream walk on with the bushfire no say be dry. to mo adwuma ye this time party ye hwe so mo betimi aye adwuma na o matimi akonkoden abodwuma.
Yes. Okay.
Ye ko bono is what's the first na bono region ni enchiche mu no na nka ye o ka be kan bono region na ahafo ni bono ahafo region se ni ye ko bono east na ehoso yakotwe nkomo nti no ye hwese ibinya pia no wa woteme nka na tese no ye ko pia mba choteme nka me mo wache
Mejo so minia
be pa cho se twi no betimi ne maka twi ne
oh meti be ka twi pa
me das afisi apanso.
Africa vete Africa ndi etinkom na ye bo adwuma se ya
Amen. Bono East no nkura kese be na hye Bono East ase.
me da se didi kama menchia atifo ne ahwefo. Se ye ba Bono East ya kura district ani municipal sa hye region ye se 11.
Okay.
Na ewo ha ye wo bibi ti second tampo Tichmai metropolis near what Tichmai north ye wo Kranza north and south ye wo Atebubu ye wo Yeji ye wo Prime ye wo Kwame Danson ye wo Sene east and west ene nyina e share Bono East ase
Afi adwuma te sei
ha adwuma daja fa ye dum je adwuma ko de wo se de ne se ye bebo japade ene enkwa ho ban na Bono East ye adwen se afi ye bebo kwantempon na eja hyehyɛ na ya bra asekra to the barest minimum. I'm say you try bia but still na ye nipa ya edija edi adwuma die ye nya some occurrence of fire or some places ewo Bono East ha.
na yenhwe afi twemu ni afi ode tun sanyini ni so a say na adwuma na coincident sisi na afi ebi abeka ho ana so ate.
Metimi aka say eso ate by 2.41%.
Wow.
The year afi twemu 2023 no. The number of fire incidents that are recorded with Bono East no na 166. 166. Now, as at the 2024 year, the number of fire incidents that are recorded 162. And say Ochichimu and the call her and Chimu from now say so kakra by 2.1%.
Oh, okay.
The member breakdown also kakra so kahon there.
Break it down, mama.
Okay. Domestic fire, after 2023, no. The number of domestic fires I recorded in 2023 is 78. About 2024, number of domestic fire about 72. Industrial fire 2023, na 7. 2024, about 6. Commercial fire, na 40 in 2023. 2024, is about 25. Institutional fire, na 2023, na 11. About 2024, you're so about 6. Vehicular fire, 2023 na 12. 2024, you call stroke kakra, could do 15. And bush fires, so 2023, you recorded 18. 24, as at December 31st, you recorded 38.
Okay.
Sir, statistics are very, very impressive. That me besides say, and I'm na 2 years, I'm achieve this. So, what?
I would say, Kuno, I'm saying, Kaibo, every mutant my public education.
Okay.
Say, Bono East, you better education. I yet because you could or as to be any yourself present kwanya in public ebema ja aba ti we juma den ka yen pese kura 2024 nan ka kakra ye wo no bo ha Then but until the public education, my young equable, so I be my na the job in public education. I might just by 2.1%.
Kwa wie ya ye nkwantempon no so minim se ye kam kwan no so especially cars a ekọ siremu ni weri dodo na efa tachiman kwan so obetimi a drive be almost be 15 minutes na umbu curve nti ya na accident ahodo dodo na wo kwan so afi accident cases ne te say
Me that say I'm say after 2024 yeah accident cases ya record no so a call accident cases no a call animu kakra. I'm say my mini kind most of the fire there yeah you call you say yeah cars yeah na if free ebefa fuel if free Ghana a call Kenya ana Mali ana Kura and then eta enya akwanhyia ewa ha pa most of them are carrying flammable liquids baby to say recently a baby to say ton of so woman named driver no what he was about and what bros then driver akwanhyia no what blocking road na who yi bufom become volatile says a little spark of fire be a one man car and the unique so we have to block the road and we have to prevent vehicular movement. And now fuel also a liquid baby now highly concentrated. You just need a spark. Disastrous to happen. And to the no I say but now we have to talk to them for them to understand that any more safety into ya broke a quino. So I personally have to be there now or apply for concentration of a and allow people. Okay, I'm saying RTC cases I recorded in 2023. I recorded RTC cases. But after 2024, yeah, the number of cases I recorded in connection with RTC 27. 27. That's all him. So
Aswati from Swati. Mami Musa we ba other regions nkran ha de bebresi ye yakosi ye kodum gya no na timamufo no adane ye Bible mu Steve no mu di ye mpabro ompese omusi abo bu ye kunya because ye frey ye che anyway mo ho no BCC attacks on firefighters.
Medase I'm say Bono East had the report on fire. So here the CA election day now coalition our divisional headquarters for then had he make one incident. But now our driver was smart, he has to turn the vehicle to beast. Some of the tax say college papers now called us to come to their aid and then fight fire now myself. The more bonus so money bread about fire for so you who almost says more our driver to base for the safety of the person. Which like I said, that incident was the only one I recorded.
Afia ibisime de ne yenhwehwe emfem East Regional Command no.
That's I'm say Madikaka say public education is paramount to us. So about 2025 with intensification, but be intensify no more. You be timamufo na say one-on-one. You be a film even in weekends, holidays, and you be near more. Be fire safety conscious. So nipa fire safety conscious. Be boa man na nia dan say adwuma de bia media edi jase be ba ne dem mentwe me ho yede. Efri ho na mentimi mo majapade e ho by intensive education and intensive education and then be a fire for your Bono East no commander so any di home komo se be ya ebetimi enya that's a fire post and a fire station ho na ya ma star crew of force so I feel the service ye juma dia yedi in protecting life and property.
Why kasamafo de ema eye Bono East region no meja mo akọ wa fishia pansem hwan ana wo mo fishia pa ne di odija ye kwan.
Me da say the regional kwanya we so na mama me regional commander ACFO to Reverend Naomi official I'm saying na say an oba Bono East ya na ne juma dia odi as region so bopa fire service aye wo Bono East na amasin agina so achia fire for a wo Bono East and ma show won kran say won koso na won mo ajubaden e ma Ghana National Fire Service me say nyame so ebetie obibia empire.
Yo yebeda se waka ni nyina nyame nhira no onka mo ne ma mo nyina mo fishia pa. Ahefo yeko eye Bono East ana yeko twetwen komo ni EDO 2 Jan Victor ona ye kasamafo EDO 1 yes EDO 1 eye Jan Victor ona ye kasamafo edema eye Bono East oni amansan di nkita ho ne na akwatwetwen komo wakasa bebiri wachense bebiri na menu ya yenhwe ade ukọ Bono region ona kasa kese na etu kwan ni we ni mu ni nyina dodo na mu yuju tachima ono nti at a point from the early 2000s no na ase wo pebebi na accident taisi pa na ye efri ho ekosire mu kwan no na uyi central region ye efri akra ekọ Cape Coast bi ene ni Kumasi na omo na at a point ko mbe lidi with the mid 2000s wo baby no mbe lidi and it look like or say abafom from 39 to 27 there any another abafom
abafom like 39 to 27 that's difference near
difference, you know, about from 11. Yeah.
11. Yeah. I mean, that's impressive. So it means previously 39. No, it means like a lot of lives have been saved.
Sure.
So very, it's very
accident about could be a shame ni pay
Mama day you see from 39 to 20 we say about my baso my adepa
na on say no obobo my statistics no my domestic commercial domestic industrial we commercial e bia no bi hwe no ni ma eja hyehye ni bia wo de frɛ no wo fi a wutim no e de no ne beka say domestic baby a nipa di umuti to ne ye da ne domestic o say na last year na 78 ana afie ba 72 26 bit me free so yeah
was mostly you know a journey there baby origin be could be a domestic na a lead because go for fee and baby obo go for be war so no probability say na sa fire
na ye bo apaye o mu ja BBC so ana
exactly ebu mo komo we fi so maybe also yeah markets no omo kwa omo didi omo nu eduane na sa nyama di omo ja we no wo na mo di eduane bi omo timi ja wo plus some of the markets so ebu mutimi ye illegal connections na sa nyama wanti mostly na de eja hyehye ne ba wo markets na
vehicular fire so bi de ne car nam na eja tomu no omunya to ba ko 15 bi be kan sa driver for the bi aso ya yede
and also once like kind is it apa
Bono East there
most of the major roads no in enough fire stations wo kwan so interesa na we maybe free abano ewa so I think going forward na say nkofo na no omone assemblies ne yeah government nkasa na munya enough fire stations around so that a secret na with my like
Okay.
I come more corner, make sure say can't she be sir.
Who say bono no? First no bono half origin. Yenche na so from all driving from Sunyani to Sampa. Sampa ye wuko rema koko divo border no. From Sunyani to Sampa, men Canada so be driving for 4 hours. Within the same region, no, na me one of the people at Tama ye chiche region many pa because omon komanya hafo omanya bunu east. Enti enye easy. Enti bunu region bunu east na hafo region. Enti no eboa beboa ma se ne wo kana omun hwe no mu emia fire stations ne bebre na enti min ko bushfire ho na bunu so bushfire so from 18 to 38. Say a year month here
even like from the last week we number of fires are recorded and easy because of Amatan.
Yeah.
We in dry wind in week akarana asoija. And I'm not surprised say increase.
Make a track or be woman fee say bushfire. Which will say what observe the idea bushfire because sorting cry how we say one different who say a judgment to Murem, Uncle Sirim Ronco. Well done, no say I'm not done, no, yes, and you who you are.
I think America a number of bushfires. Christmas period we particularly in Legon Station. Once the Achimota area and bushfires monitor communication answers now when we say America a lot of bushfires, even in Accra. Accra recorded bushfires and other regions now, which is no Dawson.
Let's talk about Reverend Naomi Ofuria Dubia. Only no
say no previously no deputy 2IC Greater Accra.
Okay.
Minimum like a very calm
woman, was I Reverend Senyamini Padi? Or Yamini Pa. Kasa in one of my shows, Nampesa who the air cost so ye be 12 benimo and or cassette with him day or koye we chini all the 11 fire stations winning wako wabuno east wabo ejuma Reverend na Naomi Ofuria do enti madam woti enka ubo ejuma konkodin afia yi besim no yenko fameko central.
So viewers, this is still Fire Service TV, your number one platform for all matters relating to Fire Service TV, and we are still continuing with our PROs in the various regions. And currently, we have the PRO of Central Regional Command. His name is Ediwan Dazi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, boss. Boss, please let me do the correction here. I am not the PR. I'm the deputy PR.
Deputy PRO.
Central.
Right.
Yes.
Right,
yes,
sir. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing good. Yourself?
You are doing well, sir. And
good to hear.
Happy New Year in advance.
Happy New Year in advance, bro.
So, how was the in the?
Thank you very much. I think looking that in that aspect, we didn't 60 periods, we had in 600 types of fires, mainly domestic, bush, vehicular, electrical, commercial, institutional, industrial, and others. We had 664 in 2023, as compared to 651 in 2024.
So repeat the number again. The last year is 664 or 624.
2023 is 664.
Okay.
664 as compared to 651.
651. Okay.
And they change it the same. Okay. For rescue activities, 129 20 the defense device reduction. So if you ask me, so far that is the happenings in the central.
Okay, sir. Out of all the figures you've mentioned, what were the most notable fire incidents in the region, and how did you handle them?
For the most collapsed and then moved on with the rescue. Fortunately, they went in as well to we also moved through the situation. Not be true. So then, um, someone down about what we're doing in Spali, only that for Mary. I mean, she has been able to sing the and with the region head and with that has been forward to
Fire or to the of fire.
um the hearing why we have kids compared to the 6 on what being in some that stuff use the emergency.
Let's talk about the pub out there. It's where people says they perceive or delayed response. How's the relationship between you and your publics out there? Do you experience this sort of violent behavior?
Bro, you see, for me as a firefighter, as a deputy regional PR, the fireman's prayer has become part and parcel of me. Anytime I wake up in the morning, that is what I say before I even put on my uniform. So one day, I just recite my fireman's prayer, and then while she was, so I was like, I'm going to work in the morning. Instead of you to give me words of encouragement, you are here crying. What is the problem? And she's like, whenever I hear you recite the fireman prayer, I have mixed feelings. At one point, you are saying that God should help you to hear the weakest shout. That is to say that you are going in there to help people. At one point, you are saying that, and if according to your will, I have to lose my life, then bless with your protecting hand my children and my spouse. This is also telling me that you might one day go to work and you will never come back. These people that you are going to help are the same people that are victimizing you. These people that you have laid down your life to help, they are the same people that are saying ill stuff about you. And my brother, do you know what I tell her? I just tell her that is my chosen profession. And like Jesus Christ, that is what Jesus Christ also explained. But for Central Region, God has been good to us. We've not heard of any attack in 2024. But of course, for verbal abuse, it is there. Much I do no one friends but that one is the experience. But as firemen, we always need to be professional at the fire ground. There was a day I went to fire in Kaswa with my crew. I was in Bulimbrama then. Immediately we got down from the appliance. Somebody took the hose from the firemen. And he was like, Matun, so I can handle the whole. How do you handle this? You need to be professional on that camp.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've been dealing with them professionally for the verbal attacks it is there. And the same fire, people were commending us. Others were also saying, I was like, hey, I don't want to cry the fire service cry. What at all? What's been crab we committed? But that is the behavior of humankind. Okay. You can never satisfy everybody.
Yeah.
So with this attitude, I always tell firemen in the central region that we always need to be professional when we get to fires. Okay. Let me share my ugly incident. I went to fire and I was nearly beaten. You see, I have graduated from the training school. That enthusiasm, the fire lays group. We were called to attend to fire at 1 a.m. We went to the scene, and the people were charged up. They were holding stones. Bro, it wasn't easy. And we got down from the appliance, and the command came from their leader. He was like, wow. I was like, wow, really? So I needed to communicate to control, and the control tells us that they cannot guarantee our safety at the scene, so we should just go back to the station. On going back to the station, somebody also comes to lie on the road that you are not going until you put out the fire. I was like, hey, what at all do you people want? Some are saying you shouldn't extinguish it. You are also saying you are not going to let us go until we extinguish the fire. So these are some of the behaviors sometimes we witness, but in all of that, we need to be professional.
Exactly. Me myself, I've been a victim of this kind of violent behavior before, just this year. Wow. So I can very much relate to what you are saying, sir.
Yes.
So, what has been your most significant success in 2024 as a region?
Thanks to God, we were able to, commission a fire station at Upper Danger West.
Okay.
Specifically Biaso. So now the people of Upper Danger West have their fire station, which is serving Upper Danger West and its environment. And then we were also able to inaugurate fire safety squad at Namanura in the Abuna East district. And these people are volunteer squad. They attend to fires as and when it's happening in that jurisdiction before the arrival of Ghana National Fire Service. So they are able to tackle the fires at its initial stage. They are trained to do that. And we also celebrated the International Firefighting Day. It was across the country. And with that, we went out on the float in educating the public. We also sensitized them on our preparedness and readiness to fight any emergencies in the region. So we brought out all our appliances and all our logistics for the public to have a view of it. We also launched the anti-bush fire campaign at Mankon and Kwanta in the Aguna East District again. And in this year, FISLA held their National Mother's Day celebration, of which most of the female workers, most of the personnel who are female, were awarded for exceptional work. So that has been our significant work in 2024.
Okay, sir. So finally, going into 2025, what are your key priorities as a region?
Thank you very much. Looking at the fire cases that occurred in the region in 2024, we are having most as commercial fires, some of them too as institutional fires, surging as compared to that of 2023. So as an institution, we've seen that there is lack of education in such areas. So we've taken it upon ourselves that in 2025 we are going to engage the commercial people more and the institutions more, so that they will get to know about the do's and don'ts of fire safety. You see, some of the institutions are not abreast with the functions of Ghana National Fire Service. All what they know is Ghana National Fire Service is there to fight fires. But that's really our work. So we've also taken it upon ourselves that in 2025 we will educate the institution more on our functions as an institution. And we're also looking forward to extend our daily fire safety education across the region in all the media houses. So last week we engaged most of the journalists, and then we told them, we made them know the positive impact that this education will have on the people of Cape Coast, because fire safety, as we say, is a shared responsibility, and we cannot be in our offices to share the safety. They having the platform and then the medium, they need to give us the platform so that we can educate the people for fires that occur in the region, if not to eradicate all, but to reduce them in the region. We are also looking at producing a documentary on RTC, so that we go to the various stations within the region to educate the drivers, to educate them, because well, some of the accidents that we witness, some of them are unnecessary. Some of them with patience, we could have avoided that at all. So we need to educate them and then know the effect of these accidents that are happening. So going into 2025, this is what we are looking forward to do. And there's also going to be vigorous fire safety education. We are going to touch base with the people. We are going to the hinterland. We are going to their houses to educate them. As the politicians will say, door-to-door campaign, we are also adapting such strategy. We will go to their houses to educate them so that they will get to know about the importance of fire safety.
Great. So any well wishes for your people in 2025?
We would like to thank all firemen. You see, they were very professional before, during, and after the 2024 election. So if you are a fireman, I salute you. They did their best. They made us proud as officers. You put on your uniform and you are proud that fireman, you could see in your ground quite rough. People, you see, at that point, you see that they were provoked, but they were professional on that day. So we say salute to all firemen in the country. I would like to say a very big thank you to our Regional Commander, ACFO, Merida Mary Stadium Minister, for her good work. She has always been motivating the personnel. Even if you look at the way she talks to them. So we are that you are correct that day. And we thank them. We thank all personnel of Ghana National Fire Service Central Regional Command for a dedicated work in 2024.
Thank you, sir, and we wish you all the best for 2025. So that was ADU1 Ebenezer Fifi Dazi, Deputy PRO of Ghana National Fire Service for the Central Regional Command. Gentle reminder that this program is live from our studios at the National Headquarters and also live on our social media platforms at GNFS Official. You can kindly go there, give us a follow, and help share the link to your friends and family to be part of today's conversation. Let me try my best to read some of the comments we have on the page, and we have this one here from Alexander Morty, and he says, "Congrats, seniors, on your promotion." That's actually our mate, Alexander Morty, and he also congrats on your promotion.
Okay, so in terms of so I feel no intake 22, and cadet intake 22. Omoye mate, mini edu elom ye mate. Ye mamu nyina yiku maya de afi ebusumi ye mo an ye nyina nya ye promotion from edu2 to edu1 intake 22 mo hwe ye live e wo TV ene Facebook ni all the social media handles ni nyina ye mamu nyina ayiku maya de ma konkoden ye ntino ye bompa ye se nyankopon moye na bibia nkoso kama na bibia nya fine ti mu nyina ne me de my friend say mo bro nya de be brem why intake 22 fo nya me bro nya de be mama yiku se maya de ti mo bro nya de na me de mama ha no ntwen fofuru bi ha bio ye mama yiku na ye mama big congrats ntino se ne ye twetwe nkomo na yakọ Central Region ye bo modin ase ne ye be kọ regions dodo na ye be kọ na yakọ didi nkomo nti me nua na working kan information bi comment ni bi.
Yes,
OT region.
Before you go there, we have the OT Regional Command PRO on the line. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So, how are you doing this morning?
Sam.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm doing very well, sir.
Great. This is Fire Service TV, as you already know, and today we are trying our best to review the year 2024, look at some of the challenges, the successes we've been able to chalk as a service, and we want to also focus on the regional commands as well. So, how has it been for you, your region, in this year 2024?
2024 has been a successful year for us in the OT region, although very challenging. We'll say we are prepared for the year, so we'll say in 90% it's been successful. Everybody, we've not had any incidental deaths, serious injuries, and other associated incidents that officers face during operations. So I would say it's a very successful year.
Some of the notable fire incidents in your region and how you were able to handle them.
Well, OT region is a very vast region. The distances between the municipals and the districts are very wide. So that one is a challenge to us. But over that, we can see we've chalked some successes. Unlike formerly where fire statistics doesn't speak well in the region, due to our new standard operation procedures, we've tried to minimize fire incidents across the region. So far, I can tell you for the year 2024, when we categorize them domestically, we had about 20 fires so far. We are yet to add the last quarter of the year to this year's fire incidents. Yeah. But in all, we see a slight increase, but then not as that maximum rate as it used to be formerly. When it comes to electricals, we have about 6. And when we come to vehicular fires, we have 4. Commercial or enterprise industrial. When you combine commercial and industrial, we had about 3. Institutional 2. And then our main preoccupation, our main fire that we are encountered with during the year is bushfires. Predominantly, bushfires are rampant in Uti. So I would say we have about 17. But now we are in the season. This is the season from October, November, and then December, January, and February are the seasons that we experience more fires. So we can say per fire incidents, when we combine all of them, in terms of percentage-wise, it's not that we have about 1.92% increase in total as against the last year. But what we have done within the region, I may say that when we get to compilation of all the statistics that we have, it will be lesser than the previous year or the 2023 years because of measures that we have put in place. But for now, I will say that fire incidents in the region are not as how it used to be formerly. Now it's on the descendancy rate so far.
Okay, please, by way of your final words, what are your priorities for 2025?
Yes, we are continuing with programs put in place for 2024 because it's we strategically said that within the next 5 years, these programs must run and then make sure that we achieved the maximum result from the programs. That is extensive and intensive fire safety education that we have embarked on. We have asked all the municipals and the districts to fiercely work at that aggressively and make sure that we have educated the whole public, the region, to the last person at the grassroots level. So fire safety education, we have taken it to the mosque, to the markets, to every churches, schools, every institution. And we are also doing what we call the fire safety investigations. We are being proactive than being reactive, because if you look at the region, most of our tenders are broke down. We have some few tenders working, hovering across the districts. So, in other words, we have to be proactive in order to mitigate the impact of fire. So, we are doing more safety education, more investigations, fire safety, making sure that all institutions, all public institutions, all markets, all churches, every place that anybody will go, the person will be safe. And then the citizens itself will be ready to intervene when there is a fire outbreak before we respond. So we are working at that, and then it's been successful. Even political activities, we've taken fire safety education to them during the campaigns periods, because we know that these people, they gather in multitude, and then we can always reach them. So least opportunity that we have to reach the public, we are there to meet them. Radio stations, constantly we are there doing fire safety education. We are being in the communities. We are revamping our fire volunteer systems. So some of the communities, we have reached them. They have we have asked them to organize, and then we will train them. So far, at least we have reached 2 communities already within the Oti region, within the Kratchi East municipality. The training was supposed to come on before the December elections, but due to the election activities, we have to postpone it. And then after the elections, we'll do that. So after the festive season, we'll do that. But during these festive seasons, we make sure that unidentified institutions that are maybe prone to fire, we've made personnel to stand by in all those areas,
right,
so that before any fire incident, we will respond quickly. So far, we will say that the 5-year strategic plan that we have put in place is in course. We are following it one by one. We make sure that within the next 5 years, Oti region should be one of the places where fire incidents, even if it will be recorded,
Great.
It should be about in a minimal state.
Great. Thank you, leading fireman Maxwell Ashon. And we hope that you are able to implement your strategies in the coming year.
Yes, sir.
And viewers, so that was leading fireman Maxwell Ashon, who was telling us about the Oti Regional Command. And I'll hand over to my colleague here to make a very, should I say, wonderful introduction.
All right. I have 4 your mama kwaba view na really the maybe can cry the kind natural movie that ni abema akwaba ma ho wa say football and make so na player of the year. MVP yes so I for abranti abetra meeting officer meeting I friend happening now no edi wo wun Alex Kenati and then me buy post to me rewe mana abusuani bi frɛ me say me ba me dosu kohum na say o crime say abusu atenten wo ka ho bi ye wie be di ho nkomo enyem wawa oye MVP papa yi wabo adwuma wo yare da kete so kra no na ejetimi to ba bi ye be kwakodo no mehu se na chairman wo bia wo yare da yare mpa so no wo asori na tese o wa koma pa me MVP no obi anka me ameka wa ha me nka wo nachi wabo adwuma me nuanya me nhira akwa aba so eno am hwe TV3 na suma san hwe wo ni ati wabo bibia baby everywhere you go have
the key personality of GNFS in the media space
you know say at least you guys are coming up and Charlie that I'm going to interview with TV3 me tell them say I would want to start going with you guys sure let me be in here because me nyanko pension so I cry in Jamaica be at it now at least you guys will take over and I like the succession planning the PR department especially and moving forward I know say LMC he has done a few happening now and you know,
Sure.
he's also building up on
Sure.
it. And
Sure.
so now that you know, you know, the foundation is there for anyone to build on it. You know.
Ahwefo mekwa ama menua Elomasa akotoa interview no so edi oke na banti edi kan ma na kwa ba so ne betwen komo na ye ko etifido apuye upper east region na yakotwe enkomo etifido apuye mantem eti ma memfa nko menua yo Elomo and then the Elom na etwa interview
So on the line right now we have BO2 Callisto, who's the PRO for Upper East region. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So you are live on Fire Service TV, and today we are reviewing the year 2024 with regards to our operations and successes and challenges as well. So, say, you're welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
How has the year been for you and your region, Upper East?
Well, just like other years, the year has been fairly calm and stable, except with the resurgence of the disturbance in Boko. But generally, it has been quite calm, and we've been ready to call on.
Great. So, can you tell us more about the incidents you've attended this year? What were the most notable ones you can speak on?
Fire incidents for this year, we recorded a total number of 195 fires. Fires came around the cliff, and then domestic fires have been on the rise. We have about 99 fires for domestic fires. Yes, so we've been able to deal with so many of these effectively.
Great. And are there were there any unique challenges you faced this year?
Its unique challenges would still come from the Boko enclaves, you know, because of the disturbance when burned down and they call on us to go. They are approaching, and you see they are preventing you from getting to the scene to fight the fire, and so that is quite a unique challenge. Apart from the Harmattan which we are in, and the winds are not stable, the direction of the winds are not stable. You're fighting a bushfire from that angle before you realize on that the fire is quite normal. Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that there are times where you are dispatched and then people try to, attack you. Has there been any physical abuse on your people in the Upper East region?
It's physical abuse, no, but you just find that they try stopping, they block you or block the way so that you don't have access to the fire scene, because most of those, particularly the disturbance area which I mentioned, the intentional that they don't want you to get there to fight the fire at all. A physical abuse or attacks, no, we haven't registered any for the year.
Okay, so and looking at 2025, what are you looking to achieve as a regional command?
As a regional command, 2025, we've been doing a lot as far as the year is concerned. Through the command, the regional command, we have been able to do some rehabilitation of we've been having some personnel human resource capacity. We've been having community on the fix and prevention methods of fire. So we are seeking that in the coming year to do better on some of these things, so that at least we bring down the number of fires to below.
Okay. So finally, any well wishes for your people in 2025?
Yes, well wishes. Yeah, wish the people.
Hello, sir. Are you there, sir?
We also want to thank some benevolent people who have helped us in diverse ways in the region, as far as undertaking some activities are concerned. And I also want to thank the chief officer and management for making available some resources that are needed to prevent and manage fires where they are. So we thank the people of Volga and the Upper East in general. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for being part of today's show, and we wish you all the best in the coming year. So that was DO2 Kalistu from the Upper East region, telling us more about the region. Now, sir, back to you. We were discussing something before we went to Upper East region to take the view of the PRO. But we're saying something. Me personally, honestly, I want to commend you for the great work done, because I mean, most of the major incidents that happens in Accra, like, you're always there to give live updates, and then also moving from one radio station to another, the media houses too. Also, what do you call it? Tell them more about the operations of Ghana National Fire Service and give them a deeper understanding of what we do. So, sir, this year personally for you, I'll let you speak for yourself. How has the year been for you?
The year has been, if crazy is the word, I would say crazy. If crazy is the word, I would say crazy, because there's been a lot of, I've seen highs in both when it comes to rescue, in the case of vehicle building collapse, and even fires. I've seen it all with, like, the major ones. The East Legon. The one that readily comes to mind is the East Legon girls accidents. I remember that day I was going to do my own thing somewhere, and then when I heard it, I was like, oh, may far share idea keke. But when I go there, it was much bigger. And though some people criticized us, again, you realize that it shot up our Facebook numbers. It shot up our Facebook numbers tremendously, and also the fact that we filming it live, despite people's condemnation, admittedly, the live that we do or we did is what drew the public's attention to the issue. Also, it have been one of the issues that would have just swept under the carpet. So to everything, I would say there's a silver lining. The good and the bad. But being there, being close to the bodies, seeing the charred bodies, and then I was one of, I think, 2 ADOs there, so I had to also be giving operational directions, for us to cut, because I remember when the girls were stuck behind the car seat, we couldn't get them out, because pulling them out means you would rip the flesh from their. Sorry to paint this, gory picture, but it means that pulling them would have had to entail, further decapitating them. So then I had to suggest to the team that, Charlie, they are stuck behind the seat, so let's cut the metal of the seat so that we're able to create enough space to be. Even with that, I think one of them, the foot got stuck down there. So it's crazy, So you'll be there seeing all these things, and you still have to brush it off and move on. It's one of those things, and yes, that's for the life won't stop. So the people who are condemning it, I mean, they are entitled to their views, but won't stop, because the only thing is that would improve, would learn, because you realize that, I think somewhere last month I attended an accident at Pokwasi on the overhead. A young lady unfortunately lost her life, and I shot it in a way that didn't draw that negative backlash again. So we learn. But to tell us to stop, and your boy won't stop.
It's me, I had you so from baby, I will ni na yemfa greater Accra kwa. He for pan a bit makase. Se yakase rich incident na because na emu avre me bi awe ho pa. We you go on the fire the air free on my the na hadwin.
I think they are me call and hadwin. West Legon. Minimum is going to Legon.
They're building the collapse.
Good guys. That's because I was there, and I we a hospital, no, and I Messiah follow up with Adum FM. And man, Adum TV documentary about the firemen. And Messiah guys no back. Me engage guys. No, I me engage you. And then na ebi more can or more experience, because no quite na me or more tuna or more china.
So that particular incident is really, I was telling you,
all an officer in charge will free one so
you know what happened? I was the officer in charge in the morning, but then I had to go and do one or two things. So I handed over to your mate, ADO1, Douglas Kutu.
Yes.
So after handing over, just 5 or 10 minutes later, they called that there was a fire outbreak. So I mean, these were guys that when we came in the morning, they were healthy, strong.
Exactly.
We had our morning Wednesday church service, and we were all like there, happily talking and all this kind of things. And then the fire came.
What happens, and then it will shatter you.
Like
that. One thing I even said on the near TV is that I think I've said it a lot of times is that you see the building that collapsed on the offices, they are rebuilding it and they put for rent on the building. They are renting it. But you see, have they thought about the people that have been gravely injured? You know, what have they even tried to do? What gesture have they extended to these people? So we are forgotten. You know, they are only ready to chastise us, but fail to acknowledge the fact that we are humans like them, and we deserve it to be just be a nice gesture that, oh, these people raised their lives. We are donating something to them. But they won't do it. You see, so that's one of the saddest things that I've seen. Going to building collapse accidents. There was this accident.
Not to cut you, but this particular incident, I would like to, commend the 4 firefighters.
Yes,
they are
officers
that are like, we became like friends because we worked closely, and they were here, I think, 2 weeks ago to check up on one of the things at the office, and they were in good shape, they were healthy. It's like they've actually recovering, and then we even reflected on the incidents and had some.
I think I spoke to one of the one that got seriously injured, and he was talking about the fact that he's not even able to take in tea now. Oh yes,
so that's
scared of hot water.
Fireman Raymond Ansan.
Yes. He's not able to take in tea. He's scared of hot water. So he's not able to take. You see, and it's traumatic. It will stay with him, if not for his entire life, at least to a greater part of his life. You know, and so we are humans. So I tell people that Bonnie Amonka, but Papa Amonka. I was on that, and you see, and people would condemn us by the kind of things you see. I remember that. Let me diverge a bit. Before, when I was doing attachment at Tamasaman, the operations officer by then, he shared a very horrific story that has stayed with me all these years. That a tanker had fallen on a vehicle, and a man was dying. The man in the vehicle was dying. So they were now waiting on the recovery truck to lift up the tanker, and the fireman was looking on helpless. He wish he could get this guy out, but he's stuck. And he said all the guy could tell him was that the guy looked at him was like, "Oh, Papa fire and Timbabi." Oh, sorry. You know, and even though I was not there, this is something that stayed with me. You know, I put myself in the shoes that you are watching someone die. There's nothing you can do.
Me was similar experience. Me ba headquarters na your first accident be a call Ridge Kwan no so no. Nipa no bit maka say na se no kra de bia ne free ni sisi kon de ayem bibia mo bubusa yisi ni wo no ma. Papa o hwemanim sa o si officer mo fa se kan na mo ntwa me so woni free o ma me. Mo ye sure say me ye bio. Wan maka che so wo ye bibia wo say me sa ka me ho am nti o. Wo so ono ade ne nse pese o mi a won tehwe e disconnected. Eko wo say mo hwe ni ya wo de mo fa se kan na mo am ntwa mfiri o ma me. Me bo me ni say na me suma na me say wow.
And you know he will die. You know there's no hope.
Ya fene
but he's a okro no. He's a dada no.
Ti e kro na kakra. O ma ambulance no kwa fene do jam. So it's not easy.
But it is you. So Fireman Raymond Ansa, Fireman Ibrahim Anu, Fireman Prince Ofori, Fireman Joshua Kankam. I mean, you guys have done so well. You are heroes. I mean, for this year, because when they came here, regardless of what they've gone through, they are still eager to go back to.
They got to go back. Once a fireman, is always a firefighters. Firefighting is a calling.
It's a calling.
You know, if you go outside, for instance, I know say, you as a Ghanaian, you could join the police easily. You could join the military easily, but you can't easily join the fire service.
Yeah, we'll be catching.
It's a calling.
Yeah, we'll be catching.
You know, it's a dedicated royal, job.
Yeah.
Reserved for special people.
Yeah.
So we are special people.
Yeah.
So until we as firefighters in Ghana see ourselves as special and demand right treatment from the public, Me, I always say, Oko fire scene, people are attacking you. You are not doing them a favor by coming to fight their fire. Once you get there and then they're attacking you, me grab a pen, tell me crack or back to base. I'll tell you, let's go back to base. I'm telling you that because you see, me when the recent attack.
You've also been an attack.
Yes, I've been an attack at a large. Yes, that would be one of the one of the highest. Listen, when I got there, when I got there, the people were the appliance had not arrived yet.
Yeah.
So I was trying to study the situation so that if it would demand for POM 2, I would call FMC to make POM 2 ahead and talk to the people to calm down. So the people were started insulting and then misbehaving. So the appliance came, come. And I told them that. So I told the people that look, if you're not able to control your men, we are going back to base. And so I told the officer in charge, look, turn around and go back to base. Until one sensible person amongst them came out and then put them under control. I told their plans to go back to base. And I believe it's high time officers are able to stand, because if my conviction is right, that what I'm doing is right, no matter what, I'm ready to face the consequences.
Sure.
So if the men will be in harm's way and then I won't be able to answer for them, immediately we get there, I see the hostility now. I'm on fire service TV, I would say it, that I don't know why drivers will stand there, someone come and stand in front of the car, be throwing stones and pelting stones and sticks at you, and then you are rather, I'll drive the car towards you. I'm telling you, if you like stand there, once the car is coming, you move.
Yeah.
Then you know that we are not weak.
Yeah.
It's just common sense. You see, but if we are afraid, they will take us for a ride because we are doing we are doing a royal job. We are doing a calling. So this calling, you have to be able to survive. You have to be alive to be able to fulfill this calling.
Yeah.
So if you die, how then do you fulfill the calling of being a fireman? So if the person comes to stand in front of you, pelting stone, move the car towards him. By all means, you move away. But if he comes and then you are going reverse, you are trying to beg. Then I was at another incident at what's it called? OA Transport. When I was live on Joy FM when people were dispatched. They destroyed the fire tender for Circle. They destroyed the tender. They broke a lot of things. Recently, the fire at Crowfrom, where our people were attacked. I was very disappointed to know that
Friday and yes, Friday,
exactly. I was very disappointed to find out that other appliances went there.
Yeah.
The people are attacking our appliance, and you go and call police as if you are begging them to fight the fire. Who does that?
When I heard that incident, I was like,
very disappointing.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, pay my windscreen.
And then you go back home, call police, and go and fight the fire.
Another one answer. So now
So I was disappointed, I was disappointed that they still went to, as if they are begging the people that, police. No way. Exactly my point. So until time we are able to stand on our grounds, because personally I've been there, seen attacks one-on-one. The one at OA, for instance, police had to escort me to my car because people wanted to attack me. Because I granted the interview and that said disputed what they were saying. They wanted to attack me. So I've got a personal shock for myself. I'll shock you. I'll shock you to protect myself. Yeah. I need to be alive for my family. I need to be alive for the Ghana National Fire Service.
That's all you will be.
Thank you very much. So how would I be able to perform my duties if I'm dead? So as firefighters, I always insist that look, try and protect yourselves because who come and read tributes for you?
Yes.
Protect yourselves because I've been to incidents first and I've experienced these attacks. It's enough as firefighters that you inhale toxic materials, you inhale smoke, you are putting your life at risk. Buildings are collapsing on you. You can't again be faced with ungrateful people who are attacking you and then keep quiet and say, for how long now do you
So me personally, I also experienced this. I know Kana Opokuna be a coffee, SO Edwin, a coffee, and then smoke. Then Anna communication set almost a fire. We were very close to the incident, so we had to go. So we got there before the appliance.
And we insult you that
so I had to count on that I'm not part of the team. We just go and then we won't say that one thing. Move with Dansoman. The traffic around 4 p.m., 5 p.m. from Dansoman. It was around Odoko, around Odoko.
I think that's when you did the happening. I remember.
And me happening now. They be out of frustration. I say then Anna may me try video. I say me do jam me try video. I say me nye firefighter. But omo age man. Then later na ono like calm down or chim ko wan corner no patch or so. Now I say na might be serious. Now come out so into no patch.
Awesome. I insist. You know, we should not allow ourselves to be bullied though. So that's why when I go on interview, I told them,
look, Ken, my main man, so yeah, call Ashanti Mantem. Ashanti region, met my say, so we have through our per region by Koswa in some Mississippi. Now, none of Sunday can Friday, as crazy or no man.
Violence,
yeah, violence.
Ashanti region. That's where a lot of these violence.
You know, young Kwahuman, so many with the original commander Nankasa, Anna, Abahuman Samkasa. Sir, I don't pay me more chamber fire service TV show.
Me da wan se me tia fo nyina nso
afisia pa kese pa de ma
a senkom metuye
sa minim so de wo call Ashanti region afi ayi encheye wabo adwuma afi me kase retu adwuma na akose e wa Ashanti region
metimi aka se adwuma na akoso yiye body bono e wo soro yesum oman ne Ashanti man nti yenya yebetini dia se dwumadi a ye dia share san as far service no ye ni ye wa
yanhwe afi twam ni afi wo de tu nsanyimi so ahwe awe ni mienu nyina sen na dwubetima ka se improvement ana ja hyehyɛ ne bia beka ho ana so ate abafom
bia beka ho kakra last year ja hyehyɛ no ni na ku see 1,140 1040
okay
but I could see 1,170 into dia koso
na ni mienu ni nyina ni saa ni mo nyina ye ka bom a obetima kasa di enti na ama na akosoro kakra ka ho
uhwemu a nia on say your courses the types of domestic then domestic no na was pa
okay
no na was asa last year no yenya 422 422 this year yenya 460
okay
it won't say yen the rubo akosoro pa na mo so kai say nipa no yebe ti ye de be ye dwuma eno so akakakra enti yebe say nipa no mo ntie ga ubo no mo fanye dwuma e maye
wo ka de ubasem no wo ka de ubasem no ma menyina so fa musa say yenim se ese jahihye ni wa ye kwa abonten koye nkyerechire adwuma di ne so kosai
ekoyi to say almost every radio station even TV station was at the mama ya my airtime ye di edwuma yes o my ade o my airtime ye di edwuma yes
my
ye better media national
sa me pacho me yenhwe attacks send na obebem kwa na menimi nuanom ebo ho nkomo na anu fie dey kra na hu se omukodumja ya pirate screen sa asem ya fie bi si won kokko na wunya nkoye nkokko ebi sa si won kawie ebi si wo akrupon eya asante akrupon kwan so attacks bebre no usomusai na na mo be na wutu edi besi ano kwan
attacks no records aye wo ha ye 8 within the year. 8. Ufa first one, 10 February. I know you're Konongo, Brad Johnson. Nipa Baku Brian. And I attend no part essay. Yomu ye and say, Omoko agreement with using alternative dispute resolution. Into Nipa the accused, no. OCAC car medical bills of the fire people. This advice on the research, Asante memo research. Ebemu. Inti saa anamtu no no mo de ye osiesie ka no eno tua medical bills. Ebiom 19 February no ye regional substation no main gate ebi si wo ho. And also ye nya won hwe because emi so mo hu victim no. Omo hu bi ayi ni oye okosu sai no omo hu no. Na mom car no dia ansai mom 11th March ABC our race course baako etraye no sa asem da so court ayeke da so court
okay
you see asem no enwie 17th ABC was severe tetrefo ABC no so omo ehu nipa no Pempi say eba say ya najua difficult so be hu bi. 5th October news oforikum ebisi ye. Eno obi ampra car no so ansai. 25th October metro oforikum near SCC ebisi ye omobo crooked door glass no omobo no. And also, na do into me who be a Sanya men report police. Aha, in Santa in our police. 18th December. ABC, Confanotia, near Usu and Sound Company, ABC, one Nipa Bako Pride, but who your Odi say to Mano. Then at 27 Friday, ABC last one. Oh, go from no. Windscreen epaye enunti assembly member of our furukum for Honorable Patrick Kwame Frimpong onwani presiding member Emma KME enti nwa obame officer the apology letter by the tacho enti nwa enumere na answer na enumere beba na wa office windscreen amamo
what fixing windscreen?
Tender no windscreen wa ko replace tire no wa replace amount of anoti tar tender no. Ebiom ye can corporate ba o ma me hin se me so mun nipa ko nti o ma report ya ma police o mu nya arrest ye.
So o ma ka dia de ntina say o mu nya arrest no.
Almost nipa no mu hu ne ye.
Okay.
Ba omo okatre me so omo identify nipa no. Ba omo call fakwa nipa no omo ehu no. So the matter is with the police.
Sir, yes, meeting.
Ebiom ye katre so only assembly member no. Nti as so intensify education because he is with the people. On a community member me nearby.
Okay.
They have to educate the people on this harassment.
Okay.
Because ye fire service no ye wo homa nipa no ye sumo it is akade ye we na samo say na yes say ankoyi into meeting na ye having on this harassment no.
Sa yes me ko pe bibia bedi na me be ye den nam officers anopa wo so refri ni fie wo kra na busua o kwa bi enim bi besi nkra ha de bi si afi mo ma officers bi ko prai ukodu ye na afi officers ni bi ka se bi omo ko akodum jama ene ema bibi atore nche se me bi ko prai bi film mo ho mo record bi wo ho sa
afi se obi akọ normal ko pra ana obi film or file this no ebi ensi na mom this harassment are marking ya afi BCC ye ba me ba ye de hwe se ensi
ye de nyame ase sa afia ye besimede na wo hwehwe sa asantema ntamu betimi de atumpon na abaye ama
ya ye besimui ye de nyamedia ato ye ni so Duaso fire station say ready and see a commission young commission na as Duaso fire station was as a team staff municipality and na Boamang fire station and also a figure for brand north almost fire stations now ready I see a commission into ye share say a commission Grasso Cradia, say, Senator Bibia, my Bibia, our fire station, Abu Sain, the fair, Amaya, your back commission. Idiom regional fire headquarters here, you will yeah, expansion, RFO office, and a conference room expansion. Into to say, say, you better finishing. Ground floor in our offices, on our mass safety office, we are expanding safety office into on in our finishing summary. Into an also you see and he said, I fear being your baby, son, your minina. Education idea, yeah, sorry. Will be a so few office near call a crown na education. Emma Nipa. Ibium Niba ya say far tenders no mechanics no omuye good tendia ni wo tenders no nti ye beye say afie ebem say majority anafe nyampo nyinyi nampo a ebebaru wa oni say tendency omuye weak they are old nti ye krakra won we are just managing them nti ye better say ye bekosoa amanage won sa amaye Ibium ye say ye be ye was asasi wo sewia mine or hinena dia mine nti ye better say MDS MMD is no so make me abuani si fire station wa because the whole area on a fire station ni ho which means here no so na ewo ye ni so
wow Samoni adwuma nim sa santemantamu de niam bebre ewo ho no ma mbehwe no maye monko na mombo adwumaden emfa maye na menim se ebeduru bi no niam nyina bekokoye na niam amuhia nyina so monsa kan yeda ase anopai ene wadaje
me so me da mafe
RFO Asantemantam the regional fire officer ane ene no ekotwetwe nkomo ACFO 2 Peter Tete wabo adwuma pa na Asantemantam de ehu hia se meka regions na Canada so ti de aka bia mebo no tew ni akome twense e bekọ ahoma no so ni akọ another region menia Ashanti region ohu ansem esisi wo honom na o number hu se asma bo wano apeso kakana kanitia wana fe yenko na yenkofa another call
any police for no memboy no obi abe the create kasa no so me the create no any police for no memboy oh ade ba kwa ade bia yenkan hu se eyi fire police dan etimishi ombe hian nti omun kan hu se yasem enyo mu hiasem ye cases be aba di police station bu on ma na esio police on sem o yakoye hu ni bakro no asem di mani o ka se eyi o na bakro no omobwa
oho
omobwa bakro ko oh as because omunim nti omo katakata so. It's high time I will scapegoats. They will make like a chink of they will make examples out of them. By police station. I check into your being so fire for you say it's I mean like me stress is a fire for no mom protect him. Obi year of now bit me abona bono. Yes. If you go do in your police for no say ma finish case. So baby ehami say nkofo edin se mu chen nti mi ameka nti beti me protect who a omo ba bo mu bi
elon fa
currently we have the Tema regional PRO on the line. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
So how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great by God's grace, sir.
Right. We are live on Fire Service TV, and as we close the chapter on 2024. We are reviewing the year, so we want to know how far the year has been for you as a region in relation to fires and other related incidents.
Okay, so first of all, let me wish all your viewers and all other listeners as well a prosperous new year as we are reviewing 2024. 2024 has been a very good one and not quite good in terms of operational sense. Okay. But in terms of the good side, I would say that
fire service currently we are the current champions of the NCCE quiz among the security services that are that is held within the Tema metropolis, and 2 years in a row we have been the leaders or the winners of this competition. In terms of the corporate games as well, that is held in among the corporate institutions in Tema as well too. Last year we were first. This year we placed second, which I think is still a medal zone, and it's a very good success. So I salute all the Tango FC players as well. Okay. We've been having some regular walks as well with the regional fire commander, just to make sure that we are able to exercise and keep fit and be in readiness for work as well. We've had the our end of year carol. We just had our end of year carol as well, which was very exciting to the extent that we got the regional commander himself stepping down to dance as well to some tunes from the Tango Flames. We also had hydrant mapping. You know, we're trying to make sure that we'll be able to identify all the hydrants that are in the Tema region, so that those who have institutional memory of the hydrants that they are aware about, we're now trying to see how best we can map them with GPS locations, so that generations that will come will just pick the coordinates and drive straight to where the hydrants are. And also in terms of the monitoring and regular checks as well too, we can be able to do that from there. We're trying to again look at how best we will be able to expand our coverage. So though we are having some few fire stations that were one at free zones, another one at MF, and that were also coming up. Because of those ones, so now currently in 2024, we try to do a rezoning of the Tema region to see which areas the fire stations will cover. With public safety, we've had simulation exercises. We've tried to go down to the people to do what I call table-to-table education. This time, not door-to-door, like the politicians would do. We go for table-to-table. So from the market, we distribute ourselves into the various groups. Each person, one is to one table. We try to educate them so that we engage them and let them know the do's and don'ts of fire. So you can realize that in Tema region, we've not had any market fires. We've not had any market fire in Tema for the year 2024. That is because every Thursday with earmark for the market, we try to also go to the slums, which is also one of the challenges that we are now identifying. The slums are increasing in Tema. Most people want to move down to Accra and Tema to settle. So in terms of the slums, it is on the rise, and we are trying hard to make sure that we add the slums as well. So from the market, we are also identifying the slums as well. In terms of the fires that we attended within 2024, fires have gone up. From 2023, we had a total of 533 fires. 533 fires. This and after this morning around 8 o'clock, the last fire that was attended in Tema region, the number of fires that we've attended so far is 615, which is far way beyond what we recorded in 2023. In the first quarter of 2023, for instance, we had 163. It shot up to 168 in the first quarter in 2024. 132 in second quarter, shot up to 134. 112 in the first quarter, and at the third quarter, and then we had 131 in the third quarter of 2024. And when you look at the fourth quarter, because of the weather conditions that we now have a drought and the weather being a little bit hazy. So instead of 107 in 2023, we have a total of 182 fires being recorded in 2024. We still not ended 2024 because we have some few hours to go. But the notable fires that we've attended, we have one that happened on the 18th of September in the Community 12, Tuabodom, which is a slum area just behind the the Tema General Hospital. They call the place Chobodom. Then we also had another fire incident at Kunkukumpi MTN Junction. That is where, unfortunately, we lost a family of 4. A man and his 2 daughters and the wife's sister as well. We lost the 4 of them in a fire incident on the 22nd of September. We've also had some other incidents again around the Shah Hills area. So because of how now we've identified the place to be a very high risk area in terms of fires, the damage is very huge. So in case we hear any fire from that enclave, we dispatch about 2 appliances simultaneously so that we can be able to douse down the flames that we record from those sites. So this is basically what Tema region we've been doing. Our projections we want to increase our education, the radio education, and the interpersonal communication as well, so that we'll be able to clamp down on the fires that we're recording.
Right, sir. So in your submission earlier, you said that it appears that the Tema region, you've been doing a lot when it comes to fire prevention and management. In carrying out those activities or campaigns or strategies, were there any difficulties you encountered or challenges?
With difficulties, they are bound to happen, but you need to just go beyond the challenges and try to do with the few resources that you have. And so the few resources that are at our disposal, we try to work with it. Some to the extent that most of the officers, and I must commend the joint education team that is comprising of the PR team and the safety team as well. We have persons drawn from the various stations that form the education team for the entire region. And it gets to certain points that people will have to use their own vehicles, their own fuel to go for education just because they have the love for the service. But all in all, we will surmount the challenges and try as much as possible to discharge our duties. With the vehicles, for instance, just like the Asante Regional Commander just rightly pointed out, they are aged, but the Tema region, whenever they go out of commission, we try to service it to make sure that it comes back on road. Yesterday, for instance, right after the multiple pumps, about 7 pumps at Ashaman, there was one vehicle at Newtown that got broken. This morning we fixed it and it's now in commission this morning. So we're doing our best, despite the scarce resource that we have, to ensure that we'll be able to keep the Tema region very safe.
Right, sir. So before you go, any well wishes for your people?
Yeah, so I want to thank all the operational men, especially for their dedication towards duty, and also ensuring that no matter the circumstances or the challenges that they're going through, their eyes are gazed on the task to ensure that fires are doused, medication is sent to the least person in the community to ensure that we have a fire-free place. So I thank all the operational men for all the work that they've been doing. Again, I want to commend my current regional commander, that is ACFO to Patrick Nanisala, and his able to IC, that is DO1 Benjamin Dowuna, and the operation officer, that is DO2 Samofifi Upon, for all their support that they've been rendering for the region. And the MMDFOs as well, they've also been very helpful. We thank them all for their support. Then again, our partners in driving home safety, those who have been helping us in diverse ways. We say we thank you. Nyayuadong, Akwena Mikata, thank you very much for all that you do for us, and we hope to ensure that we can be able to deepen the relation that we have. And 2025, we're hoping that it will be a very fruitful year for us all.
Thank you, DO2 Ebenezer Yinsu, for sharing.
And thank you too for your team too. Thank you for your good work that you're doing.
Great. We wish you all the best in the coming year.
Sure.
So viewers, that was DO2, Ebenezer Yinsu, who is the Tema Regional Commander.
PRO, regional PRO.
Sorry, to my regional PRO.
Promotion.
Amen to that. So this is still fire service in focus, and we are reviewing the year 2024 regards to our operations and challenges as a service. And
other region.
Other
Can be about how I say Asibusia, ye Konya attack here, maybe yeah, some could be police for some more. It's my Emma Minia can finance the next interview, not my can affair on your call.
Say, as firefighters, no, take charge of your own safety and your security. Okono, say, pepper spray craft fashion. Now, Okon Junior say, or more attack you are waiting there, no, let's slow down the pace of the attack. Answer.
The last time the security analyst in the cry in Yan or Hano or kind. Or kind, Mira Finidin Kaka, and then a call kind was a bread which say, I wasn't penny for my officers now. I can't do a bomb.
Exactly.
I'll be I know bit me to charge and
exactly.
How could you fear and send a police for
police because police for about why because it's unfortunate. It's a lot of our issues. I've been at the police station and only the witness your police was a we should. I mean, I want a police inquiry bill. Not just Okufia could be. When trade fair. You say no more replenish. Truck driver need it's mean infantry.
Abraham is saying, and I know to me
so truck driver need na only crew na nam. Inti na crew munti mi mbo mubia na.
Many are for northern region. Edu can for northern region and northern region about home and superior.
Edu baba.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year in advance. Sorry.
Many happy returns.
How are you and the family, sir?
I'm doing fine. How about you too?
Oh, we are managing. Nothing region has been an interesting region. How has it been in 2024, sir?
All right. Thank you very much. And first of all, let me thank you guys over there. You are doing a wonderful job for Mother Ghana and fire service for that matter. Especially you. In fact, I enjoyed your dancing this morning.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the good work.
Yes.
Yes. Having said this, let me also thank our viewers and listeners all over on Facebook and Fire Service TV as well. The Ghana National Fire Service, especially the Northern Regional Command, over the period has been doing very great job for the region and the country at large. Over the period, we have been able to actually take charge of our activities, especially when it comes to operational perspective. We have been able to respond to almost all the incidences that has been reported to the command here. And also, when we come to safety aspect, the safety team is also doing wonderful job by ensuring that all national installations and institutions and wherever that matters are visited and educated on the need to prevent fires from occurring. We have been doing a wonderful job. Remember the very early part of the year, the Northern region, in collaboration with the Northeast region, also commissioned the first ever Fire Academy and Training School at the Northeast region. My good self, I was the master of ceremony for that occasion. It was a great honor. For that matter, I don't forget our director, former director, ACFO 1 Timothy of whom. My regards to him, wherever he is. It was a very colorful and successful event for that matter. You remember International Firefighters celebration. The region has been doing good, and also for 3 years now, we have been adjudged third when it comes to these activities in the regions. We, all in all, I must say that the Northern Regional Command is on its tools, and we are doing a great job. Now, to be more specific, though the fires this year has been in the ascendancy, we have recorded as at this morning 365 fires as against 312 fires in 2023. This is not to say that we are not doing good, but is to indicate that more education is being done. Previously, people do not actually know that when it comes to extinguish fire, they don't charge. Now they know. People also do not actually know the procedure in reporting incidences. Now they know. And so we have to expect more fires being reported to the service. And that is why the numbers are increasing. Yes. When you look at all these fires, domestic fires always take lead of the category. So 166 fires were recorded when it comes to our domestic settings, as against 148 in 2023. One of the key notable fires that I can't forget about is the recent, just about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a fire outbreak involving a compound house of about 70 rooms, where a 70-year-old man was lost to that fire. It was a very devastating experience. We don't pray for that. We pray that may it never happen again. But all this boils down to safety precautions not being adhered to as expected. And I can also remember an incident at Yendi involving a fueling station whereby 2 fuel tankers were involved. And I must commend the private water tankers association in Yendi. In fact, they did a wonderful job by supporting the service in the municipality there. You know, it has only one fire tender. And so, and the place where they normally pick water from is about 5 kilometers away. So had it not been because of the private water tankers, it would have been a very disaster on that day. And so they were able to douse out the fire. Then again, Karga, there's a district known as Karga. There was a fire outbreak involving the senior high girls' dormitory. And this district has no fire station. And so it takes about 86 kilometers from Yendi to respond to this fire. In our minutes or time, basically, we will be talking about 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Wow,
you can imagine.
That's a whole journey. That's a whole journey. Then this one, if you're going to fight the fire, over Kaiser, could be Jabo.
Exactly. So this is why we are trying to collaborate. We have been actually collaborating with the MMDs of the various districts to put up fire stations for the fire service, so that we'll be able to respond to incidents swiftly in good time. Because when you look at global standard to response time, it's between 4 to 5 minutes. And if you have to travel for 1 hour, 30 minutes, I don't think it's a good thing.
But we're talking about attacks on firemen. Have you had your fair share of attacks in the northern region?
For the northern region, I will not say yes, though there have been stress and agitation sometimes, but physical attacks has never been recorded, especially within this 2024. And for me,
I share your opinion, honestly, that we need to protect ourselves, defend ourselves. In as much as we are trying to protect lives or save lives and property, that shouldn't give the public that yardstick to rather take our lives.
In fact, we need to be alive to protect their lives.
Exactly. If you are not alive, how do you protect the life of another? And so I seriously share your opinion. And that we have to actually be strong on this matter. Any place at all that we go and they attack us, we should blacklist them at least for a month, so that when they feel it, they will know the importance of fire service.
No, 6 months, because maybe within that 1 month there will be no fire, so they won't feel the impact. So if 6 months, then like 1 or 2 become, then they'll feel it.
Exactly, because if you look at the kind of toxic substances we take into our system, that alone is what kills us. And I can tell you, any firefighter at all dies before his or her time. That is a fact, because the inhalation of smoke alone, ordinary smoke, is not good for our health, let alone toxic smoke that we inhale. And so this is enough for the public to appreciate our efforts rather than attacking us. I think we have to take a drastic measure that will stop or curb this situation. And aside all this, the command has been doing very great under the leadership of the current regional commander, ACFO2 Franklin Phillips Masiku. I think he just took over not quite long, but he has also kept some measures in place. Right now, as we speak, within this festive season, in fact, for the regional headquarters and the substation, every from ADO down coming, we are all under watches, or in fact, under operation. As I speak today, I am on duty as an operational firefighter today. And so this is one of the measures put in place to handle the operational front. And I want to actually commend our maintenance section. The maintenance team has been doing a great job. If you look at our stations, our operational jurisdiction is 9 areas, but 7 districts has fire stations.
Wow.
Yes, 7 districts out of 16 districts.
Wow.
So it's a challenge. You have to travel from one district to the other to respond to an emergency. And so traveling that distance, either the tear and wear is actually affecting the service.
Yes.
You travel one journey or one incident, you have to work on the vehicle. And we all know the vehicles are over age. And I think it is something we have to actually praise and commend the maintenance team, especially maintenance officer.
Thank you very much.
He's doing a great job.
Thank you very much. And the chief and management have also assured us that we'll be getting some appliances soon. So we are hoping that in the coming years, we'll be able to get hold of it, and then the maintenance people, as you said, will continue doing the good work they've done. Adrian, thank you so much, and it's always a pleasure to hear from you and your availability to avail yourself to us. God bless you so much, and Happy New Year in advance as we enter the new year.
Thank you, and Happy New Year to you.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. All right, sir. So, Idelom, from Burn PR, and for you, I think this year is when you saw a transition from PR, from operation to PR.
Yeah.
How has it been for both of you? You're both victims, so I'll start with
what's that media? You go operation, I'm saying, to me, the switch here, it doesn't mean especially me know me no dey so ni baby am that from that so to kwan no so be that no on any idea ba ko that is the challenge we be pon be 5 no traffic be this so and so no do but operation dey on say 24 hours we be free how much we be pon the following anopa so that time now we con traffic be anim nti no ono ne you know na ye mu bi e breast ye be adjust but
I also share the same sentiment.
What do you think Central region a bit more greater.
You know, you travel every day. I travel every day. Sometimes after work I can be in traffic for more than 3 hours just to get home. And then the same thing when I'm coming in the morning. So I have to leave very early. You know, with operations, you know, at least twice a week you do this, but with PR it's a daily thing. So
and I think, you know, even though all of that departments are working, you know, PR deserves, you know, some commendation for the extra work that he puts in, because we, you know, we know operations work 24 hours, but I think we work 98 hours.
And honestly, when you compare the image of the service now to how it was, I think 2 or 3 years ago, you see that there's been a major improvement. So I think this is the work of the PR, and they are doing so well. So we would ask management to continue investing in the PR department, because we are the face of the service.
It's very true. Okay, so I think to round up, I don't know if, okay, so let's take our expectations, both personally and professionally. You know, so I know who to start with. So, you know, your expectation for New Year, as a member of the fire service and personally, what do you expect for yourself?
Especially with Mimi program I'm hosting the DSMA band professional one, the career aspect there. Especially taking yes, Greater Accra, but any education for social. All right, Greater Accra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Is this my boss?
Yes, this is your one and only boss.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your own boy, sir. Happy New Year in advance, sir.
Yes, thank you. Ballon d'Or winner. I can hear you between some accolades. I think the accolades are well deserved. I think your showing from January to now is one that is very exemplary.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm really humble. God bless you so much. I'm learning from you.
And then what? And then also see the fire service team challenge top production.
Thank you.
Top production.
Swansea, Charlie, Atukwe, all the boys behind that we don't see them. God bless you all. Anyway, so how has 2024 been for you, Greater Accra?
2024 has been a mixed bag of emotion. When I say a mixed bag of emotion, because Alex, I think you are the unofficial PR for the Accra Regional Fire Command, because the work you do, I think you help the region. Alex, I think you can remember the Makola Zungu fire incident. That fire that raged for over 7 days. And I think that fire actually brought out the best in us as a service. Looking at how gallant our men were, you could see the sort of collaboration and the sort of hard work that we put into extinguish that fire. You know, the current director of operations, DCFO Robert B. Ganson, at that time the regional fire. Yes, and she put up a game.
Wow.
And also, I think you remember the Westland incident.
Yes, we spoke about it a few minutes ago. Yes. It's all the events that we can never forget as firefighters.
It was quite unfortunate because it happened, I think 21st or 24th of January.
24th of January.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
It was a Wednesday.
Yeah, it was a Wednesday. Yes, it was a Wednesday. So and also, we also have. I think you remember this viral video of one of our senior MGO2 now MGO2 William Saki when he was assaulted.
Yes,
when the fire scene. That was the very day most of our appliances were at
I was in the scene myself later on.
Yes. So it has been a mixed bag looking at all the situations, but I can see the brighter picture is that looking at the records I have in front of me, there's a reduction in the records, looking at fire incidents and also other related incidents that we have. I can see a reduction.
Thank you. But so, what are your expectations for the new year?
Now we have a new regional fire officer in the person of ACO2 Rashid Kwame in the south. And they can't have this thing at Tiago He has just been here a little over 3 months and he has already started doing some good work. Right now, we are already formed the Greater Accra Regional Fire Command urban search and rescue team. Their vehicle is ready. They are already undergoing training. They will start releasing headquarters from most of this rescue and rescue duties.
Because it becomes very, sorry to cut, but it becomes very, when I'm home and I hear, the headquarters, Quebec 6 have to move all the way from headquarters to fires at Kaneshi, at Kaswa, those fires. So I think it's a good call by the RFU, so that at least be able to, when there are these incidents closer to them, they are not helpless, but at least they're able to rather move to complement and ease the burden of headquarters. So yeah, so I think it's.
And
I agree with you.
Yes. And also we are also continuing with the Carry Them Young safety initiative. When it comes to the Ghana National Fire Service Carry Them Young initiative, the Greater Accra Fire Command, we take lead because when you look at our activities on social media, look at the numbers it's gathering. You can see that we are trying to use the infotainment style to reach out to these school kids who later can become ambassadors for us. Because when a mother is cooking at home and the mother and the son tells mommy, please don't put a stone on the cylinder. Mommy says, why? Because the fireman told us that it's dangerous. Putting the stone on the cylinder is a hazard. So we want to inculcate the culture of fire safety to this kid. So we are still going to continue with the Catch Them Young initiative. Also, we have also the collaborative operational training with other agencies. Currently, we are doing some inspections with NADMO. Then talks in place to have a training exercise with the aviation service, fire service. Also, we are also going to undertake some hydrant inspection with the Ghana Water Company. When it comes to Greater Accra firefighting situation, it mostly has to do with availability of water.
It's true.
Availability of water. Because if there's a fire and there's water available, I think the fire can be extinguished in quick time.
Yes.
When we have a fire and the journey to replenish, it's even 1 or 2 minutes. I think it's a long battle. We are looking at all these things.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. Greater Accra, you are our landlords. We are on the land in Accra.
You are not the landlord. You are the headquarters. You are the headquarters.
No, but you see, headquarters is not in the sky. It's in Accra. So you are Moses with your Thank you so much, JDO. God bless you so much for your time and Happy New Year in advance.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. God bless you. Okay, so as we wrap up, share your expectation also. Okay, I think you even mentioned, your expectation.
Okay. I said with the show, I'm hoping say a few bits me. Because say yes, start show no. Akosia bemu, akosia fire bemu na okoye na misume ba ya ni inti. Rese number kwa bekansa. Yedi nyema bi shishi na yedi ama. Program no mo program ayubulu be kese oba wa ni mental form yensa no nti ye de onu so be shim ni ye hwese e beba se akoso abakra me I'm sure because I mean the health background.
Okay,
yeah, from the university the health issues so be na
so na about firemen when they go to fire scenes.
Yeah it's with the health aspects and said bebem said the health shoes so ebeba that na with the personal one so the me bon person rather more na yi sika na mra mo na
sika na awusha
yes be ma ni sika be ma ono na ubutum awusha nti rade mo na ni
sika yo ba
uni sika o ni ma na be tag ya ma we chiri nti no there's a personal one so rade mo na ni ma bi e be boa ma yi bitime tumpon wa brabo mu ni be ba de usi so bi ehwe abusu nyina ehwe obusi fie obeyi wi obeboa abusu no nya me be boa see a far phone for us, a kojo, you prescribe your anchor said chairman was some so
well, me professionally, I think I would like to speak on behalf of the department because I feel that we are, I mean, a major part of this organization, and if a lot of investment is made into the department, I believe that we can really do a lot to improve upon the image of the Ghana National Fire Services. For now, the image out there is not
Yama Elomo Hudu and I'm in Kobono region. Okay, all right. My uncle Bono region, Yayabuno is in Taffy Kobono region and Kasana. Minia, what to make kind of payment watching the Fire Service TV. So
it was video.
I mean, you're not born to say.
Wow. We thank God for how far His product. It's been a beautiful year. And very calm. Higher Boko, Bibia Boko, Bono region.
And then we know Kase, a bear to say the Ubi de Benku Association and 10 sir. Afi a course say a Bono region.
Bibia Boko said the Misikai and Yankupasi, the person dear tree. Not to say Bibia Danakomu, just like any other institutions. No, Yanka said in I taught because I can focus it. Ubin one, your masuna quanko, and Jenga say, Nina, nay, but your Benjamin say, or dear book perpetuate. And in terms of everything, fire statistics, personnel, these are a few challenges that we had, but we've been able to maneuver, and here we are, the last day for the year 2024. Generally, it's been good. We lost some people along the way, may their perfect soul rest in perfect peace. And but Jenny I can be a woman, as usual. When you say your say food basket, ultimately bono in film, vegetation, ultimately bono in film, forestry, ultimately bono in film. And so we expected some of these things to happen, even though you knew a penny pump on so we're still experiencing 1 or 2 big share statistics are. It's about 65 so far bushfires. This month and then when we talk of domestic, 82 vehicular fires, 24, 23 thereabout. And so in all outbreaks, domestic bushfire, fire-related cases, accidents, evacuations, rescue, everything. If we should add sum up them all together, let's expect 261 fire-related cases. But we are here. Bono hasn't been, and that is the good news. Of course, we go to some scenes and people will be the usual conversation, the fire service conversation. Mobile, man, friends, you are delayed, you're here, shortage of water as usual. And so, a bit so attack here at the expense of another extent of even breaking some of our vehicles. When I'm in charge here, and before a boy, the timid sound beginning now by. So, totality, Bono is good, it's been good in terms of logistics, of course. Like Oliver Twist will always ask for more. But the 24th year, my main tune on my PNCB is when you come to Bono and fire post or fire station. I don't know if you know much about Bono. When you say from Sunyani, the nearest fire station could be either Wenchi or Teshima.
Yeah.
So on that stretch, there's no fire post or nothing out there. From Bechim, the nearest fire station is straight to Kumasi or Fanochi Teaching Hospital.
Wow.
Yes. And so I'm pleading. I know they are listening. Let's try and do something, because it's very worrying. And Usha, and so I'm stretch and the tension on our tenders, but also into my experience. But generally, we are good. We are very okay in terms of everything. But Oliver Twist will always ask for more. But so far, so very good. And we thank God for how far He's brought us.
Yo. Mini Kwame, media mo akono was somebody chat to bit myself fish upon some many the to mpanyinfo no a wɔhwɛ sɛ mo nsa bɛka ne 2025 kan ne nyinaa bom in the next bare minute na fagya yɛ kwan.
We are here to know a jam share acquire technological. Because acquire technology. Why do I say that? Share NMA, the DC dying, the POPs, the DMJs, the sophisticated machines are ever. So it means that whatever base we are to see acquire technological. And so certainly there should be another way we approach. It's about time we also tackle it in that technological way. Of course, we are a developing country, and so we can't always match ourselves to the white using planes, drones, etc. Our own way of using hosts. Yeah, the fireman break them near pay, let's let them before say a crash to some of them and then fast because my brother, we are always with fire. Every one of our lives, the venom P, the better the force, the TV, the red TV, the share the not simple for that. Especially our find it's about time money fast. It's not in chair if hold us down, but they've been able to hold us down and we are here. Only the next year, I think the Yanko will be bigger. And then the year, or the bigger 24. Okay, I'm in champion for maybe all fire officers. I'm in Cassa, Yanko, Ebiano, Yamada.
Anyone Kwame Adomako and Anope, better was say, what that year I win at the fire service. Yamin Shroud, now if you be Smith, said you mean your uncle Suba. Yo, I have 4 year a year your Kobono region and your coaching Kumo or the other city be brought to Daniel here. Say in penny for mayor or madam no more woman and manco ye into Yadamasi. Edukin.
Yes. So, saying professionally, I'll speak on behalf of the department because I believe that we are an integral part of this institution, and it's our work that is going to sell us out. Well, so I believe that if a lot of investment is made into our department, it's going to help us so much. Personally too, I'm looking forward to improving and growing in this profession because it's the first time I'm doing TV and it's been like 4 months or 3 months. So
far so good.
I'm hoping that okay, so we have the Volta Regional Command on the line, Regional PRO on the line. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please, how are you doing?
Fine, sir.
Great. So, please, you are live on Fire Service TV, and as we close the chapter on 2024, we are reviewing 2024. We've spoken to a few PROs in the other regions, and they've spoken highly about their region. Now we are in the Volta region. We want to know how the year has been for you.
Oh, the year was successful and we've executed our work very well.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I said the year was successful and we executed our core mandate very well.
Great.
Thank you.
And in terms of incidents, what were some of the notable ones you can highlight?
Okay, in terms of incidents, the notable ones like RTC,
okay,
domestic fires, all other fires that you can mention of. We also attended those fires over years.
Okay, and then in attending to these incidents, were there any challenges you encountered?
Yeah, accessibility to the areas, because some of the areas we find it difficult to get to the exact scene because of the road network, and some of the roads are not all that motorable. So those are major challenges. And Secondly, the town is expanding, and the only water system, the pumping machine that they have formally is the one operating. So they are now rationing the water. So at times we find it difficult when we get to a place where there is a fire outbreak and the water is not flowing in that hydrant. We find it difficult to put on those fires.
Okay.
There are major challenges within the region.
Okay. So 2025 is just few hours from now. What are our priorities for the year?
Thank you. We have intensified our safety education because of the Ramadan season. Even this morning, we were at 2 radio stations before coming to work in order to sensitize the people about the weather and how they should cope up. And also, as it is 31st night, people normally use those knockouts and other things that normally cause fires at 30. So we caution them about the usage. And we also inform our fire volunteers to be ready in terms of any bushfires. They should kindly assist us. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. Do you have any well wishes for your people in 2025?
So yes, to you and to all fire service personnel. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And have a great year, sir.
Same to you, sir.
So that was ADO1 Bliku Isaac. That's the PRO for Volta region.
Wow.
So like I was saying, personally, I'm just looking to go into this profession and also be like you when I grow up.
Wow. I want to be like you when I grow up.
Amen. We thank God. And so I guess no more calls, right?
I
think we are 11 regions in the
I think
but so there are some other major incidents that happened within Accra.
Yes,
and then you were.
Aka about 5 regions. And you try 11 regions into Aka 5 regions.
Okay, sir.
It has when it comes up. It's me incident in the so called and about the was in starting in incident in the BBC. Elom the picking first. Call East Legon, you know. You for no start accident, you know.
Accident.
Una call.
Nti we could do the na kwakoye ahometisem. Na si na nkofo na is the nisi no. Na
do all my work can be as a video do or picture do or be shown to yanko.
It's not a kwakoye ahometisem. You know, standing there watching them. It could have been my brother, it could have been my sister, it could have been me. You know, standing there watching them now and yes some kids but firemen they charlie nipa. Because Mekaisi Madina phone cry after that incident, the new microbes are on fire. You know, they still have to put it behind them and still now you're going to again a phone showing. Now it's me who dead bodies name bodies it's me who's animal egusi. Now most are Muslim. Yeah, no my untimi hwe. Na etimi akohwe san mu ya musuma baboye. You know, nyame yes say, you know, never be sad no may but ye nipa ye pa ye mpo ibe hu. Because himself after no cry, me Cyrus me hotel Quebec for no responding to accidents bi o be makam over nasi. Ana lady bi tina paima ujina otimi hu na adwin. You may who the Yaminqua East Legon DC now.
Minia, young Western of me, but you were Western of Naminko. And I crew me, but I call Western of not in a Western region, one yet 10 Homa Yakunia Western or Wabra regions in the Dodona, Ebekao. Some Pachano Potamin come walk about the fire service TV show. Nyamenadom we Western North no Brono be na agidie wo kro no so yi baby ani firi wagen bi na agidie wo
no we baby ani firi wagen aboso
yes ahwidwa aboso yes
ahwidwa aboso akando ne constituency ho akando ho so ahwidwa aboso any esem de bi so
yeah de bi so yeah
any ginasi
ɛne ɛnkyi dadeɛ so
ya sa we dey yɛn for no so afi sɛn ana adwuma akɔ wɔ Western North.
Western North afi de yɛayɛ adwuma bebree sisi ano as per the breakdowns sisi ano mehwɛ a it compare last year yɛ no so ate kakra edwumadi no sɛ yɛayɛ adwuma about safety department ɔmo ayɛ adwuma bebree sisi a swati bebree
yɛnhwɛ wo sɛ swati bebree no accident fire anyway ni nyina wo hwɛ yɛmfa no yɛnwe this year
comparison this and last year yɛn compare na hwɛ adeɛ this year as per last year this year was 36 last year domestic this year 2024 36 but last year was 48 domestic
akosoro kakra swati kakra yeah
in a vehicular last year vehicular no 17 but this 2024 in 13 pe
nice one
institutional last year no 17 but this year about 8
wow
bushfires last year 22 but this year about 10
yɛde nyame ase sɛ BBC aba nti no wode we nyina ka bom a afie besim de na mo hwɛ sɛ ebetimi akɔ yi ana nyama ka mo hwɛ
afie besim yɛni so ade hu no sɛ nyame yɛn na adom na yɛntum yɛn kyɛkyɛ no kɔ exire sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ a saa figures yɛn yɛn ɛso bɛte club from kura though we cannot ignore we can't yɛntum yi na fɛn saa but at least ɛbɛwɔ fam bebree nti adwuma gu akwan mu safety department ya chew mumiensa the divide safety department safety department ya chew mumiensa sisia ya bushfire campaign team na ye industrial team na ye domestic team omu nyina clockers omu call rounds me na me in charge of mache bia me call radio so ekakasa you some of the brain na kasa no so mu boko edwuma nti you call radio 5 o'clock on so baka on bebre na odi wa kasa the page go akwemu no
yo sa anapa yi ye beda wase ne wada age a wanya edi amaye nyame hira pa
medase
na we Western North ana yekoya yekodi enkomo ekakra wa ye edi wo hun Allen ana ye ne kotwe enkomo menu enti na we Western North
welcome back to Accra
welcome back to Accra yeah and no sa kwani de ni ma say yes yeti wo mu di free Western region because we say me ana meti ebu akwanka awie na me call baby ni just 30 minutes with my drive ya so na say ni wo free ha ekoka so no akwa another region enti no na ha adwen for mo baby ni so mo call mo regional capital Takrady ho na muwa tisi omo ntem tie na aboa bitwa ma na metimi akoyi wo de otumi se fire no na nyoma ya de no so na 48 about 36 there ya no so
education ejuma kakra
na se bitimi aboa ejuma na ko etimi na wo busa isi yakọ 12 enti aka kakra bi de be 4 na aka do so be won wi mi born 3 minutes pe ya ka be bon to ni da kwa na unu kasa elomo ka mi bi aba de wo hwe se bitimi akoyi ana ye be mu se wo kana wo kan East Legon the accident there no
na again so no 1 week fire no it's not me because at any point it's true say and then which we the easy challenge was that cracks no mpa na ye na mu na ni na it's true say you can say after the kete crab ho yeah so say you be actually a prayer conference
and you only so we bekai AC Kofi Forson we had the one Kofi became one and one now national operations director operations that no RF Greater Accra
so then you rent me fee bio Kote.
Kote.
Now,
Yes.
pray.
Yes. Hey, on my friend Alpha 3.
Oh yeah, champion.
Oh,
Phenomenal, man. Baby, Jumano. Washima Fire is here, and I'm Michelle. No, about so yeah, the
Maybe a fire be because of Caribbean.
It's the morale, share officers. Yes. You know, see you know best Serena or you know,
wow, so Poku, Makota watch about the Senate could do
very good. Morale booster. Morale booster. Oh, you drunk with Viagra.
By your CFP has here, sir, Mokola Fire, this you know. The MVP, Charles Chingy. I did Charles. Who's one of my station officer, Charles. I did. Oh boy, too much Chingy. Chingy,
I first remember no, I'm saying actually, it's a word more. We just feel and my friends and say actually, and then I go so. The mood of question say Baba, you know, we be now
Elon fan of East.
So we have the Northeast PRO on the line. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, please, can you speak louder for us?
Yes, good afternoon.
Okay, sir. You are live on Fire Service TV, and we are reviewing the year 2024 in relation to our operations and successes. So we are now at the Northeast region. We want to know how the year has been for you.
Well, good afternoon to you and Merry Christmas to all of you.
Same to you.
In the studio, and then our cherished viewers in the Northeast region. The Northeast Regional Command has had a successful year when it comes to fire incidents and rescue activities in the region. It has not been bad. Where we kickstarted the region, the activities in the region way back in January, where we had to commission the Fire Academy and Training School in Mungu. It was a series of activities, and then the region played a major role in commissioning the school.
Great.
The region has also undertaken public safety education and training across the region. The command has done well, which has seen a decline in fire incidents in the region. For I think we've had about 52% decrease in fire incidents as compared to last year, and it's all due to our hard work and the training activities we've had across the region. I think the public is imbibed with what we are doing. We are making a headway.
Great. So aside the successes you just highlighted, did you encounter any challenges as well?
Well, we have challenges. You know, we are dealing with the general public. We are dealing with institutions. We are dealing with, where there are individual people, definitely there will be challenges. So it's not been smooth all along. However, we are doing our best.
Great. And as a region, what are you looking forward to in 2025?
Well, in 2025, we promise to give our best to be able to have an incident-free year. I think the command is working tirelessly to broaden our operations to cover the entire region. At the moment, we operate in only 3 administrative districts. And so we have 3 fire stations within the region and 1 fire post. So we plans are even far ahead, and we'll be commissioning other stations in 2025. So we look forward to commissioning our fire station, which is ready in the Chereponi district. And then plans are also far advanced to open fire stations in the Unyo district as well as the Yagava Kubori district.
Good, sir. So, sir, in just 30 seconds, can you extend some well wishes for your people in the Northeast region?
Sorry.
So, in 30 seconds, can you just extend some well wishes for your people?
Okay. I want to wish them Happy New Year. And then I also want to urge them to adhere to safety protocols, to adhere to fire safety precautions as we've been with them in the market space, at institutions and everywhere. So we can all have a joyous 2025 and our businesses can go very well for us.
Thank you, sir, for being part of today's show, and we wish you all the best in the coming years.
Thank you so much.
Right. Sir.
Yes, sir. You should use this advantage also to acknowledge generally people who have really been helpful, you know, in all aspects of the service. The chief has done phenomenal work. Senior man, go down as one of the best chiefs. You know, the service has ever had. You know, under his leadership, we've seen the projects, and we've seen the innovation of the PR under his, you know, the independence of the PR under his tenure. You know, under him, we've seen the Fire Service TV. We've seen a lot of visibility of the fire service. You know, so he's giving us a free will to work. You know, personally, when he sees me, he tells me, "Have you gone to Odei? Go and tell Odei that he should give you baby fuel." Under him is down a lot for us as PR, and you know, he will go down as, you know, one of the best. Exactly. I tell you, Deputy Brauco has also been the one releasing money. Senior, what's your share? Oh boy, you can't share in your budget for next year. And the one it's your day. Okay, so I show you in your petrol. In your petrol from Google. I say, can you in case of me? Yeah, say I don't. Well, sure. Now, one can hear because I refuse over Babio. You know, to all the directors who are behind chief, you know, to the now, even the ordinary firemen,
So not to catch you, have the Eastern Regional Command Public Relations Officer on the line. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Great, sir. Sir, how are you doing this afternoon?
My God's grace is doing.
Absolutely.
Let me take this opportunity to say hello to or salute the Chief Fire Officer, Kuno, my regional fire officer, ACFO 1 Timothy Yourself, my name is Christ, ACFO 2 Martha Anang, sectional heads, all metropolitan, municipal districts, fire officers, and the personnel in general.
Great. AC used to be our director. So,
exactly. So your loss is our gain.
Right. So, can you tell us how the year has been?
Yeah, the year has been an eventful year with some ups and some downs. When you talk about in terms of fire volunteers, we've inaugurated quite a number, with two being notable among them. That's at Donkokum, they were able to inaugurate 100 fire volunteers. And then at Eminem, they also were able to inaugurate 80 fire volunteers. Then we had two major tanker fire incidents this year. That was on 29th July, where Bunsu had to respond to an incident that involved at Esiakwa, that involved a fully loaded 54,000 liter petrol tanker and two Mazdas and a Hyundai truck. Unfortunately, one person lost their life, but were highly commended for being able to contain the fire and avert the explosion of the tanker. And again, on September 13th, Suhum also responded to a tanker fire incident in which they were able to get there within 10 minutes of receiving the call, and they were able to bring it under control, which averted again another tanker explosion. Then I said we had some ups and downs. One of our downs was our men who were detailed to attend to a fire. That's the Kede crew were involved in an accident on the 21st of July. There were 8 in number. Fortunately, 1 escaped unharmed, and 7 sustained various degrees of injury. So they were taken to the St. Dominic's and Kede Government Hospital. And the chief officer, being so caring, took time out of his busy schedule to visit them at the hospital with his entourage. When he looked at the condition of the men, he recommended that they be transferred to the regional hospital in Koforidua, which was done. So as we speak, they are doing well, they're okay, and we thank God for their lives.
Great.
Then we had 2 attacks on fire personnel. That's in February. Asamankese firefighters were attending a call at Kede due to Kede's fire tender being booked out of commission at Apraman. So when they got there, the folks took it that we delayed, but not knowing that the tender was coming from Asamankese. So our men took some flack for that. Then in May, at Nsawam Adwodri, we were also attacked by a mob there, thinking because their tender was also out of commission. So another station, which were coming from the regional headquarters, had to attend that fire. So our men were also attacked there. Then when we talk about simulation exercises, we had 2 major ones notable out of all of them, which is one that was held at HPW Fresh and Dry Limited. They are the largest producers of natural dried mango, pineapple, and coconut in West Africa. And that was conducted by the Asamankese Fire Station for a staff of about 810. And then the other one was a simulation exercise at the Slate office in Koforidua, which was done in collaboration with the ambulance service. So, yeah, and then Eastern region, we are not notable for death by fire, but this year we had 2 of such incidents. One at Empress, which happened in March at a pub, where unfortunately somebody lost their life in a fire, and then another at Akimoda on the 15th of July, where a fire was involved in a 4-bedroom house, which unfortunately there were 2 children who were in the house at that time. They didn't know what to do, so they hid under the bed. And unfortunately the fire claimed their lives. So that's something that's one of our downs too. And then we can't talk about the year without stating that we had a change in regional fire officers, whereby now DCFO Jennifer Naya Lekwe was promoted and transferred to the national headquarters.
So that's our game too.
Yeah, that's your game. So, like I said, your boss, now my boss, our boss, ACFO when Timothy Asafo Afun came to take over the region on the 6th of September. So between the 18th of September to the 7th of November, he embarked on a regional tour, which I was privileged to be part of, in which he visited all stations. None were left out.
Right.
And then also we had the privilege of being visited by DCFO Osweji, the director of Rural Finance. If I understand correctly, he was embarking on a nationwide tour inspecting areas where there are bushfire prone areas. So it's one municipal fire station was fortunate to have him visit them so that he can have a first-hand information on the training and activities of the fire volunteers going on at that time. And then we had our anti-bushfire campaign launch, which took place on the 14th of November 2024, in which 40 fire volunteers were inaugurated.
Okay.
And the year was crowned with our Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols and then the Blessed Thanksgiving service, in which we had the benefits of having other security services and institutions join us. So in a nutshell, the year has been an eventful one, like I said, with some ups and some downs.
Great, sir. Sir, before you leave, any more wishes for your people?
Oh yes, so I'd like to wish all firefighters well. Wish them a happy new year. Pray for God's protection upon them because the line of duty that we have decided to carry out is not an easy one. Saving lives and property, whereby the potential of us getting hurt is very high. So I want to thank all operational men, especially those who go to the field to fight these fires, extricate victims from accidents, and any other duty that is attached to our mandates for the yeoman's job that they are doing. And I will pray that 2025, as a service, we get more equipment, more tenders, as we have been hearing that they are on their way coming, and it's in the pipeline. Pray that it will come to fruition in 2025. So a happy new year to all firefighters.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir, and we wish you all the best, sir.
Thank you very much.
Eddie, Onati, you know, when he was speaking, he mentioned their current regional commander, and we all know him, and he's
our very own father.
Exactly. So I think whilst we are giving, we are appreciating people. I think he's someone that we really need to appreciate so much for. I mean, all this thing came into existence under his leadership.
He's a definition of a father. You know, he's one person. Of a coffee.
Yeah, no, from the actually,
yes, me a crown. You know, unfortunately, he lost his father and
the mother.
As my mouth, our heart goes out to him. He knows we all love him so much. You know, he's a father. You know, whenever I'm driving, you know, I think last time he gave me a sweet treat. I felt very special.
Wow.
I went to visit him at Koforidi, and then, you know, he asked his driver to drive me to go and look for food. I thought I was going to use my own money. Apparently, I had given the driver money Charlie, you know, it's only a good father who would do that, and you know, I love and respect him for that. He's my MVP.
We appreciate him so much.
You know, we appreciate him so much. You know, he's one. Whenever I'm going to happening now, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., my friend Biana, you know, now, you know, and Intina, at least having a boss like him behind me, you know, if I take any action cry now, I'm rest assured that he won't leave me to dry. You know, he will definitely get my back into, you know, at least our support, you know, a boy, you know, in building me to become who I am. You know, exactly. Yes, he's a good father. God bless him, wherever he is.
Okacha so Opoku. Me you for operation I'm so sad. Member was also in the member. Ono kudu fe no ofre no maka so Opoku dem odebra. Ya na ye adwuma no. Bra na adwuma na ye dia. Wo kwa hefa, wo pese de bia kwa bra. He is indeed a father. Oh, but to be tea was some other Kenyan, we are not in a futu. Eddie, I'm Yamishan. I was a pet time you could, you could frozen. You could four. Wouldn't be a better. Let them become a good for good year. Or you're disappointed, but say, now what about for the no good year?
Let's also, I mean, appreciate our current boss. Who, the department was handed over to you. So
at least, you know, the
bad man so until the away and no religion. Martin be religion so you can't say Chirawa, ye the Okano.
Was at least ACF will receive bag. So it takes a very good person to be able to sustain the bar. And so far, so good. New Desmond is, you know,
so far. So we are one now. So they make call back. You cook food. You could do food. Now you call the way food. Don't you watch them in this ones? You could do. In fact, come you could
just follow who no road.
Yeah.
So you're following the road, you know. So we are thankful to everybody. You know, everybody, you know, playing the role, and it's our hope that I never change the NTS and body. Meaning that it's me. 2025 year was prosperity.
So Ediokin.
Yes, boss.
So
job 600. Yeah, event na in CMCC we ya no. Ahwefo amhwe ye mbeka ya afimu a you afimu a ebeba enimu a the third quarter ni mu na yete say ejashishi bi ekoso ewo baabi a Ghana ya mreshe bedo fi no wabra na parliament kra na nka no mo be so be kwat na se na yen kemi mo building ba kwa friend job 600 ija yese etum ewo kono mo banyame ya adom ma fire service kopie mo kono mo se yekohe abre ejanase ampaso yitimi edumi bebi a omo store mo keep books na niema ana wo no mo nke ya nka ye ho nke jane tre kofa ne mabibi e de bai wabre eja no so na yekopie ma yedum ni wiye no anu mu ana ma the speaker of parliament ye abanbaben bo modern kire se parliament obi ankofi odi na ma omo off omo nkohome kopem se jane nyina bebrasinti wo hwe wo screen shabo nse nche the video no ebeto so ma mo nyina ma hu the job 600 wabra eja hyehyɛ ne kɔsɛ kɔno menu akenate wo ba hɔ no saa eja hyehyɛ no ho ne sɛ na se idea na combustible materials na no na emeja no agency na parliamentary call for no be so omo ni play blame game and so blame no more so if we say that particular room for instance no that me no go for nkasa that room no nim say na bosom showa o ma lock that o mo put my offices no intimi go room enkoko inspection nti go for the could be another room was locked nti we no able to go into if that place was accessible and can go for me identify threats be asha no it's not a lot now they have not supported the fire service there in a long time. You know, they were supposed to be having regular training, not training, alarms with no more disable. You know, I think institutions should try and take responsibility for when their actions or inactions cause fire and not try to push the blame on the fire service. And you know, you go so say bebo modern no nya videos and pictures away incident in the scene no obetimi afre bia wo hwe ya wo Christmas message we will be a person who can you don't need to be chat to 0509608744 0509608744 now obetimi afre na wo bi kan odi ono nso e dey aka ho ene ya dey atena se for more than 3 hours 3.5 hours ye da so tia kunye so a ye ready do ya ka job 600 as maybe the other ones nye bobo so na yenko influmu ni yenko Madina de no so no vice president kra eko ho no eko mom ya ko
na
Commonwealth or now you what really happened there?
Okay, so I'm a officer in charge. So we were there, I think around 7 p.m. or something. We were even eating, and I called by and say there's a fire outbreak at Commonwealth.
University
of Ghana Commonwealth. So the fire was at the apex of the building. So Commonwealth also we call University of Ghana buildings, this traditional house. Some maybe or top or most of buildings, apex, as a clock be or top or yes, not a general. See, it was very difficult for us because we didn't have, access to that place. So we had to use see inside the core. And see, of course, the fire was around the apex and then on top of the apex too. So we're able to douse the one around the apex of the building. But then they're not going inside, not glass.
Okay.
We couldn't access that one. And then if we had tried to now in show 20 roof in this fire is very slippery. Any mistake, the firefighters will come down.
Yeah.
So what we did, we needed like assistance in the fire denter. No, we fire been a from no mobile because some appliance obviously difference between the if anything DPT and appliance different kunkumbagi and the difference is very even holidays no. You do January and say now they've seen the difference between this appliance the cooking bag and so Adenta came and then they compare scaffold B and they did so it mean pressure no it mean the target top and it mean doom and whilst we were fighting the fire no the MP for Iowa West Warborn Lydia she was there and then John Dumelo was also there and they commended the Ghana National Fire Service so much for our timely intervention. They prevented the fire from spreading that day. So that day was really tough for me as the officer in charge, you can imagine, because Charlie, now how to even get access to place no ejano. You ejano ba. Start we do no na was the major issue. So I think this calls for, I mean, us to get enough turntable ladders so that in situations like this, no, there's a free turntable ladder and now you can access easily. We don't even have to go through seeing and say you be doomed down. So that particular incident, it was really tough for me.
Yeah, and you be sorry na yenhwe year ni nyina mu no. My starting through while of one fire ekɔ nyina deɛ he pa na bɛka sɛ yɛ incident a ne ehu pa deɛ na bɛyɛ wo to you.
Okay, I think it should be the I don't use the Makola the 7-day fire, no? Because you know markets here, a lot of people's properties like are involved.
On your top one,
I think because I mean business because fako jijisika some de tutonama na like omotonwa no nyamfa so na nimia share like it's very sad.
Okay.
So and a chair so I mean as a service na nkasa go for business na fast service na ijaba kona 3 days 4 days no, so we had to do something for before we say yes like we're on top of our game, but I mean they will not understand the Edumano because I mean Eduki were there, so
I was thinking the when the fire started. The Janet shares, you know, I got there I think just about an hour after the fire was cold. Just about an hour into the Janet shares in that time exactly me too in the fair AC force him. Phone say Jana no ya di nchomumbra me nim se be cheko sa nti ko du na say steps no su nyina off steps na there was no light there was no ventilation na usie untimi fo me pie ba se no me ne se dia makonsu asa ba no na wo de na be ye event na tim sa no shepa ono a wo so be for because I was there when it started na me hu no. Because I mean, Jano cried to me, started and Jano spread it from one building to the others, the opposite building to. You do Jano has 2 free. Build the work on that building. Say, Coco, say Jano, Sana and spread it. You know, now you all now bet it pop, na. Hit glass, yes. The building glass, Charlie. Maybe you only throw the America for East Legon. You see, Zongo India, number 2 by East Legon accident, you know. Ni patike mu pa de bia me hye empire edu keme bon say obi abewu but ewu pa say ejawu ani nsuo bebre na na ma hu say dey asim ni padua mintimi na ehio enwa etotun enafom me dia ye say ekwan wadodo say kwekowie wa aboboa no ene ya che elom dey
but me notice bibi I don't know on say 25th August and a Kaswa collapse, no, the where 3 construction workers died, and then the next day 26th Kaswa market,
the same Kaswa market,
and then 27th and the job 600. So like 3 days continuous. Crisis upon crisis.
From what? And I saw more yet more collaborating and down so much.
That's why exactly also where they attack. So this year has been really tough for the service.
You won't buy the next year. You beat me that. Many of me call last words.
So I would say that 2025 the bumper say service in Bokoni na equipment in the because the equipment in the and more fire stations would also be built. So the closer you are to the fire station, the quicker emergency responders like Ghana National Fire Service can come to your aid and see the bumper is on building more fire stations. And then Happy New Year to everyone, to my family, my mom, my dad, and Ubia.
I love it,
Ubia, and that special one.
And that special one. As someone can walk down because what
I feel what other the fair she can fire service TV. I feel no more to me wishing the fair Happy New Year. Couldn't the channel I can fire service. It's a gun with by net.
Say start teach you know. Send them teach you to the book Bena. But remember me your me rapping am me na me person me so no.
Do you guys say service we couldn't anymore? The Ijmani the main specialized insurance for firefighters. And Okona Civic or 2 crowd that's what say which you know is easy among me media super. Casaben out to be aside in English. Mapa krum kasa sumi kasa be akrobo untimi nkan ye tuntu kra omiti okamiti ba kakra mi kire ibobe odamausi kan afiu ba yani ibana o madamausi ni iba no ye for unim ye ne yenuanom a ewa ha nkofo bi hye asase na se omuye adwuma na maye ewo fitiro ene bi wo habon subra me pese no nyina ba na sign out wide no wide na Danny Boy wa ha Tukwe wa ha MCR Charles munye akire ma ba ko na munyina I'm signing out the year with you ye ne munyina na sign out mumra last time from mama but this time the mo beba
Azuki
mumra na mempon bonsu ewa ha Tukwe wa ha mo ase de bia ye frem ana mo pese beba Danny Boy bra Danny Boy free camera na echi na bra Daniel munyina mo medina echi because be set camera na be ni wide mami on na mo frɛ MCR for no so Charles me hunso wo Dondo wo Swansea wo Bless the programs manager wo so munyina mo bedina mechi mo san free akosisi set wie na munyina mo nsɔre na mo mra be pese me humu se munyina mo Danny Boy mo mra we command enye Panamepo actually it's a command. It's a command. And you need to respect that. I took with Jai camera no wana munyina momra. Na minu ya kene na wana ntia wako unity munyina mabre. Bra bejina mechia. Bra bejina mechia.
Production manager.
Yes. Mama hey, this is the program. The man behind everything. Kasa true mic na eti say. Afinia ma ko say. Ekoye pa ha mamu nim no we ni me programs manager bonsu bra da bi abrantie we mi video bi e be TV a be wu se ono na edit video no atuku bra wa gbagbo adwuma afi na se video ye ma video edu ken ni we mu na ma video editing ntem ye ntimi show atuku wo so bra atuku wo boss abegina edu bless aba me front nka so ma Charles KFMC a omra abrantie se friend no atuku Tukwe wo ye de ucha pictures on ana wo sa ye video ho adwuma nyame nhira obi so oba mi ntime mpo mate ni nyina abusia ye gina ye nuanu mu nyina mu na mu ama mu nyina mo fihia pa afi ma ya de Swansea bra mate se Swansea kasa wa ha Swansea bra assistant program manager Jama wa ha Abrantie we Jama which language can you speak through my mic? Wait a minute, my mic come on. Sisali, use that one to wish happy New Year.
Not all Sisali bro, I'm a Fire Service TV. Happy New Year, mom bro. I'm a Fire Service TV.
No. What can you know? Some kind of TV and mentia say, Swansea wo Abrantie no so wabo ejuma Swansea ono na afi we mu se no wo ye niema bibiri wo ye niema watche niema technical side no bibia se papa wo timi wo a wo tukwan nso obetim de ne fono de ye konframa mu na me enhiro mu nyina ne mrantie gina echi nyina ye gina o man na mu prayer unit na ye diwo aka Desmond aka on the dia na mu no ye gina nyina mama mu nyina afihia pa Omabo ejuma edu kan na be. Yeah, papa. Omabo ejuma. Happening now. Until it who inside one Madam Akochu, Juan, J, Waba, water. Ajua AJ. Ajua na mankra. Omabo Victor, Gogo, Kumsin, Badu, Anyas. I fro apia monso Benedicta Danny Boy umunyina mempese national service for no ye wo Alex ye wo Justice Angela anaba kono sokra abeta umunyina omaya de mabo adwuma department amo headquarters nyina mama fishia pa me bobi edin department ne wo headquarters nyina amaya de mabo adwuma na kese nyina fama the chief fire officer
Julius Kuno nyamisha mu nyina abusua ya yedi dwumadi na ha na yedi dwumadi no besi da yekoso ya any pitrim me am di dwumadi mu chia me no me di edi wogun azekonyo pokumini me ya edi wogun Alex Kingnati ana
edi wogun Derek Elomajopa
aha ari di dwumadi no ba gogo aba nsomapon yada mu nyina mo ase da foforo afie besim ye besan gogo si am fine wo be fa me camera ni maba abusia ya mama fishi aba aha ne di dwumadi ni besi na me adoma na si e be sha mama nsama ya de yada mu nyina mo ase yada mo ase